computer speaker over there, Leroy. Let me do it for you. Hey, you did it. I'm proud of you. Atta boy.
Pretty good.
What a start, huh?
That's a good start.
That's a good start.
That's a good start.
That's a good start, huh?
We're gonna blow the lead, but that's a good start.
So Elon Musk is claiming cyber attack for Twitter not working. Can I tell you something? I don't buy it.
Get your defense up then, buddy.
I just got to be honest with you. Why would Ukraine want to take out Twitter? Like, do they not also want to know how much the Vikings are spending on the defensive line? So I just can't buy it. I'm sorry. I think that your servers didn't work, I don't know. But
I mean, so let me get this straight. Bear with me here.
Yeah.
We have a man who can send a rocket into space
Sometimes.
and have it land by itself,
Yeah.
but not keep the internet going?
Nope.
Huh.
Well, he fired all that staff when he took over, He was like, it's all bots. I'm like, well, then they're just then you had to pay for Twitter, and it was like there was more bots. So
I think if I would say the biggest problem on our planet right now is that years ago, any interactions that you had with a company was with a person. And now everything is automated. So if you call customer service for like your bank, you'll be on the phone 5 or 10 minutes before you speak to a person because the bots or whatever. There's no interaction.
Sometimes I like it. Sometimes I don't. You know what I've become a fan of? I've become a fan of bot chats. I feel like I don't know how to talk to them. Goes pretty good. This happened with my my GoPro recently.
Yeah, but the other problem is that your question has to fit with the selections that the bot gives you.
Nah, sometimes, but then it gets going. Once you get a few options, if it knows what to do, and it was pretty painless. I
don't like it.
I understand, man. You're a big fan of the olden days when it comes to customer.
Oh, hello!
Looks like it was only a 2-week streak, huh? It's 10:07. The time is the time, but the time is the time. Why is she lashing out at me? A full start is a full start.
I told you again. What did Elon Musk say? He blamed somebody else.
Yep.
You blame people all the time.
That's true. Did not take accountability yesterday.
When I say it,
you spirit Leroy. You guys got.
We were just saying we were excited because we thought you were a new JFig who was going to be on time all the time. And short-lived. We were saying that, Leroy. We were saying that, right?
Well,
we called
you when you said that.
No, we called you on time JFig, and all of a sudden, the punctual princess not here.
Punctual princess.
Punctual princess.
Well, it's a play on words because punk music and punctual,
Oh, so punctual with a
Yeah,
K.
exactly, dude. That's rock and roll right there. Yeah. All right, let's get to headlines here. Brought to you by Doral Hyundai. Doral Hyundai, choose from over 1,300 new Hyundai miles in inventory at the Tucson, Sonata, and Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. I have an important message.
Okay. Props.
What is he grabbing? Oh no.
Free Ekblad. Free Aaron Ekblad.
All right.
Free him. He didn't do this. There's no way that handsome devil purposefully juiced. I don't believe it. Let's be real about it. Your sport is crazy. If he had to to get his body right, your sport is insane. Free Ekblad. Okay, I don't know what Brooks Koepka put into his breakfast oatmeal, but let me tell you something right now. Aaron Ekblad would never, because he's a good boy. And he would never do this.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy, and I think that Gary Bettman should reconsider and free Ekblad. This is ridiculous, and I gotta be honest with you, smells a little fishy. Smells like something in Edmonton tainted the old supplements over here. Look at Aaron Ekblad, Leroy. You think that looks like a man who juices? No way. No way. Free Ekblad.
Well, if I may,
I should have gotten the parking cone outside.
their was a second baseman for the Marlins, who we also did not think was doing anything.
Just because D. Gordon did full-blown steroids does not mean that Aaron Ekblad did.
Well, of all the guys in baseball that you thought may be juicing,
He just needed to keep his weight up. The pants wouldn't fit. He had to
he
steal
weighed
bases.
147 pounds.
Free Ekblad. He didn't do this. A ridiculous notion that in hockey, a sport where people lose chiclets on the ice, if somebody needs a little something to get back on the ice faster, I think we can all look the other way. This is the year of our Lord, 2025. Do we even care about steroids anymore? Let's be honest about it.
Nope.
Wait, first of all, first message, good Lord, he's off the rails at 10:10.
I just want Aaron Ekblad freed. He's a good boy.
Who gave Tobin back? We almost got in a fist fight the whole way.
I know
Spin move.
exactly
I
where he
got away
got
from
it.
Leroy.
Spin move. You lucky it's lint.
Tread lightly.
So wait, hold on. Just because I'm trying to be a better person.
Tread lightly.
Wait, just because I'm trying to be a better person doesn't mean you can be full steam ahead.
Why not? I didn't give up chicanery for Lent.
This is not going to end well.
No, I just want Aaron Ekblad freed. This is ridiculous.
Wait,
He didn't do anything.
question. Can we put on our thinkers a little bit?
Sure.
Oh,
You want to
Is
put away
it-
the bullhorn?
is it possible
like it.
that Zito knew before the trade with Marchand?
That would imply that Bill Zito would be up to some kind of cap shenanigans.
No.
this trade deadline, and so
Because-
he went for Seth Jones because he knew that Aaron Ekblad was juiced to the
No.
gills.
I'm not talking about Seth Jones, but he got Marchand too.
He did, but Seth Jones plays defense.
Okay. All right. Because, it comes down a long time before the people actually hear about it because there may have been an appeal. See what I'm saying? So
Do you
what?
think he lost his appeal? Because I don't think a good boy would lose that. He's very handsome, and let's be real about it. Brooks Koepka bullied him, and who can't get behind a person who perseveres over bullying like Aaron Ekblad did from Brooks Koepka?
True.
And then you do what you should do to a bully, which is bully them back in front of 30,000 people on a beach.
The only way you should.
You, Brooks Koepka!
This ends my message. Free Ekblad.
It's a one-man protest. I just imagine one guy outside of the jail.
No. Remember the Marlins?
Free
Remember
my
they had that they were having a protest for the Marlins and like 4 people showed up.
Yeah.
I was at that. I was boots on the ground for that.
Were you
I was-
holding any props? At the
I wasn't
moment?
at the because there was a second one, the Bruce Sherman protest.
There's like 5 people there.
That one didn't go as hot, but I went to the Loria. Protest, boots on the ground, and those guys were hyped. They had a sign and everything.
Oh my goodness.
I can find those Twitter pictures. I got them somewhere.
Uh,
I'll see if I can send this to Jen.
we got
See
the
what we got.
Bruins tonight, right?
We got the Bruins tonight, dude.
So-
7:00 is your puck drop from that hellhole TD Garden, which is the
Oh my
Panthers
God.
Airbnb.
Tobin may be one man, but he speaks for thousands.
Thanks, man.
That
Should we put
see,
him on a shirt?
Can I just say this? Don't egg him on. Don't egg him on. Can we get to the Dolphins? Or are we gonna wait?
Yeah, we can
Let's
get
wait.
we can get to the Dolphins.
Let's
I can put out. Trust me, if you want to put out 15 minutes of heat, I'm all for it. We can do it later. I'm good.
right.
Let's get to the Dolphins. We'll take a break. Dolphins making moves. Back after this.
Miami, you know how we like to party. You know we love our golf. So don't miss out because Liv's coming back to town. Live Golf returns to Trump National Doral April 4th through 6th. And because it's a Blue Monster, they're going big. Come watch the likes of John Rahm, Bryson DeChambeau, Brooks Koepka, Sergio Garcia, who just won the last Live event. They have live DJ sets, epic street food, and ska punk legend Sublime headlining. Grab your tickets now at livegolf.com. That's livegolf.com.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. We're going to have a special guest stop by today. We're very excited about it.
Special guest?
Special guest is going to stop by today.
Is it Kevin Hart?
What?
Sorry, I just wanted
Is Kevin Hart coming to the improv or something?
No, I just thought.
No,
maybe.
Kevin Hart doesn't do improv.
Everybody does improv to work on
sometimes he
material.
does improv.
No, he doesn't.
Come on. He did it
What's
once.
the most famous guy you've had to just work on material?
Pete Davidson?
That's pretty famous.
Louis C.K.?
Yeah, he
It's
did
not
like
Kevin
12
Hart famous?
He did a
Nah.
12-second set.
He had his
What
moments.
about what
Didn't
about
Pete
the-
Davidson do like a 12-minute set?
No, it was like 30 minutes. 20. 25.
So ridiculous for a headliner.
What about
Right, that's what I'm saying.
What's her name? Tiffany Haddish. What about that one?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good.
Pretty famous.
Pretty good.
Wasn't she a stripper back in the day?
Well, you know, the
No, serious.
past.
Makes for
I
great
don't know.
material.
I don't
Does
know.
make great. I think no, that was a movie.
So,
I remember one time my uncle was like doing a radio thing up in upstate New York, and he brought George Carlin on for a theater.
Oh,
But Carlin was working on material, so he had like the notepad out there and things like that.
yeah.
That was kind of cool.
Carlin, legend.
Legend.
Yeah.
greetings from Frankfurt, Germany.
Oh.
JFig, your favorite metal band, Pantera, is coming to the I Think Financial
Oh.
Amphitheater. What do you think about giving away some tickets today? You up for that?
Maybe.
All
Maybe
right.
I'll be nice
All right.
later.
All right. It's a Live Nation show, so keep on listening, and we will find out when she wants to give those away. But Leroy, you wanted to talk Miami Dolphins. What do you got, buddy? What struck your
So,
what got you all in a tizzy yesterday?
here's what happens in the first 12 seconds of free agency. You want your team to make a splash. You see everybody else making a splash.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. You think we suck. I have a different spin on this. And this drives me crazy with Chris Grier. And this is a valid complaint. One, the only good thing that you have is to show everybody that you draft well.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way you can do that is keep the guys you drafted. This team has had more guys walk that they have drafted than I've ever seen in football.
Ginks.
Than I've ever seen in football. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Javon Holland thing, yeah, I get that.
Writing was on the wall.
Not Christian Wilkins, Hunt,
Van Ginkel.
Van Ginkel. You just let him walk for nothing. And I'm lobbying right now for Laramie Tunsil to be in the Hall of Fame.
Why?
That guy has garnered more draft picks in the history of the NFL, more than Herschel Walker.
Yeah.
That guy is people are giving up everything for him. He was here.
He was.
Let him go.
He got the cheetah.
Okay, but I'm just saying, you understand that for a guy who everybody complains about his decisions and roster moves,
Mm-hmm.
the one thing that would help it is keeping the guys you drafted.
I don't even think this is my biggest concern or complaint with
There's
him.
more.
Okay.
Now, what has been the biggest issue with this team the last 3 years?
Injuries.
Correct. Why would I sign a broke down player? 2 of them.
Wow.
2. One guy signed a contract limping.
He's going to be ready for May.
He's beating science too, right?
That's what they say.
I don't want a guy beating science. I want active participants.
They said yesterday they signed this James Daniels from the Steelers, who they say is very good. And I'm not here to I'm not here to judge.
No.
But
Oh,
I was
wait. He was very good before he tore his Achilles.
week 4.
You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
Listen, let's put this on something different. Let's say that you're dating somebody and they don't treat you well and they're non-committed.
Yeah.
And you say, you know what? Let's just call it off. Let's go our separate ways or whatever. your next relationship is going to be anything other than the last guy or person you dated.
Different type of person, you're saying.
Right.
I gotcha. Unless you have a type.
Why do you keep signing the same type of players? So let's be clear. As much as I love Teron Armstead, you know what that deal is, right? If he comes back, he going to give you 12 to 15, right?
Sure.
You just signed a guy who tore his Achilles. You brought in a safety. Now, I'm not going to make a big deal about signing a safety. He's a good player. But he was banged up last year.
Yeah, of course.
Okay? So you let Javon Holland walk. You save some money by bringing another guy in that was plagued with injuries last year. Now, there's two ways to think of it. Some people could think of, like me, that why we signing broke down players? We need active participants. I don't want to sign anybody in hopes that they are ready. I need to sign guys who are ready to go because
They say
my ass is probably on the hot seat.
They say James Daniels is going to be ready to go.
Okay.
Can I tell you good news, though?
You said that about Bradley Chubb. I'm still waiting for Bradley Chubb to play.
Can I tell you the good news, though? About
Beating science.
I didn't say he was beating science.
He's been out as long as me.
I didn't say he was beating science.
When was the last time I played football?
2001?
2000. When was the last time you saw Bradley Chubb play?
2022, 23?
Yeah. And he was injury prone when you traded for him.
He was.
So why
He doesn't care.
Why do
I don't know what to tell you.
Doing the same thing.
I don't know what to tell you. Like, look, the one thing you can say with front offices, right, is that there is philosophies. And Chris Grier does not believe in injury prone. He doesn't think it's a thing. I don't get it, but he doesn't. Like, this we know about him. This is not like what happened yesterday should not be shocking. I hope it works out, but it shouldn't be shocking.
Are we past the point for hoping that it works out?
Oh yeah.
Like we need some guys who are you can depend on. And I'm not saying these guys aren't good players. I'm not saying that at all. But to be fair to me, it was the same thing I said to you about Tua and Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with their talent. I'm not drafting a guy who I have questions about his health that early in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Tua could end up being a Hall of Famer. But I'm justified for thinking what I was thinking back then. That you need guys on the field. The last 3 years have been plagued with injuries.
Mm-hmm.
What is the one thing I'm going to stay away from?
Steelers Reddit says he's very good.
They missing him already.
They are missing him. That's where I always go. When I want to know, I'm like, should I be excited about a player in a position that like is hard, like guard? I don't know. And I go to Steelers Reddit. They're like, oh, he's good.
For
The
sure.
healthiest player they signed was Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson in South Florida with the MILFs. Dangerous game. Be careful.
He could probably hang out with Kiffin
Oh, yeah.
up in Boca.
I don't know. He may go for something different down here though.
The Zach Wilson signing was very underwhelming. That was very underwhelming. Like
Big old splash.
It was like, because you want to know the thing that is crazy about it? Like, he gets $6 million, right? Which I know is not huge quarterback money, but it's not nothing. And I'm thinking to myself, he didn't take a snap last year. Why doesn't he get the minimum? Like, why does he get $6 million with a chance to be 10?
Because that's a backup quarterback.
But Leroy, he didn't do anything last year.
You realize their backup quarterback.
He wasn't a backup last year.
Wait.
He was a backup's backup.
Wait, you do realize there are quarterbacks playing backup making $10 million plus.
I understand that.
Okay.
But you want to know something? They actually had playing time last year. This guy's only credentials are he was drafted by the Jets very high.
Yeah, but if Tua gets hurt, he's the guy.
Oh, I'm very nervous about it.
Hey,
I'm very nervous.
you,
He's not been good.
the first day of minicamp, all the signing is going to be doing stretches with the trainers.
I get it. He's got a piss whistle, and Marcos sneaky,
Oh, hey, mobile, dude.
sneaky mobile for intangibles.
Wait, was it him or Daniel Jones who tripped over himself?
That was Daniel Jones.
Okay.
That was Daniel Jones. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Just like,
I mean, he's gonna be the
Wait,
third quarterback, though.
Here's the point I
what do you mean?
made.
Because they're gonna draft somebody?
No, they're gonna get a
Wait.
veteran second.
I don't think
When
they are.
when we started this,
have this guy back here.
when we walked into that door, I
He's a
said,
MILF hunter.
it has to be amazing that the healthiest guy that you bring into your organization as of right now
Mhm.
is Zach Wilson.
Maybe-
Now, to be fair,
Mhm.
all of my complaints are warranted. I'm telling you, the injury aspect of it, whatever, it's warranted based on what this team has been the last 3 or 4 years.
Yep.
But I do understand there's more offseason.
I do too.
But here's the problem. Can we get somebody closer to Tua? Healthy. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't know who you want. What do you want? Dylan Gabriel? Like,
No, I don't know. I'm just
like a
saying.
lefty? I don't know what you mean.
I'm just saying that when free agency starts, you go, here are all the things we need. You did need a safety, check. You did need an offensive lineman, check. Injured, right?
Mhm.
You need a whole bunch of defensive players and a whole bunch of offensive linemen.
Well, they really only need like one more offensive lineman now.
You here to be successful, you need probably 5 solid offensive linemen, 2 guys who are slightly above average, because you're going to need 7 guys.
Yeah, they signed a swing guy yesterday who's going to be, I'm sure, their backup of all things.
You don't even know his name.
It's Borum, I think.
Yeah, that's the one. I did the same thing. You know, the Steelers were like, "Oh no, I'm gonna miss him." I looked at the Bears, and they're like, "Thank God that guy's gone."
Yeah, well, he looks like he's a utility guy. He's
Yeah.
basically new Eichenberg.
for sure. I think I heard.
I told you need a guy like that, though.
Well, thank God we don't have Eichenberg.
No. Okay. But wait.
He didn't get signed the first day of free agency. I'm stunned.
Every time you say that, you know what I think of?
Hmm.
Have you ever seen Thor with the Rock guy?
New
And
Doug.
he goes, "New Doug." That's
Hey, new Eichenberg.
Hello, New Eichenberg. So, like, I'm just,
This is already going to make Daniels my favorite player
I'm,
because he's not Eichenberg. I'm excited.
I'm not, I understand there's more time. So, I'm not saying it can't be fixed or the things that you need can't be.
But what you're saying is, and it is true, the first not even 24 hours of free agency has been Chris Grier's MO his whole time, which is
Right.
I'm going to lose my high draft picks for nothing,
And
and I'm going to
sign
sign
guys who have
really
played
injured
well,
players
who have played well but had some issues the last year or so, because I can get them
on the cheap skis.
right. Like here. There comes a time in life where the quality of what you're getting is worth the cost. You can't keep bargain shopping forever. At some point, you got to get quality players that you know with the money you're giving them is going to produce that. Now, to me, sometimes free agency is a little bit deceiving in that if there's a competition for your talents, you might get a little more than your value. So I understand that.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, there were guards. There was a guard who signed this morning for like $80 million.
Right.
So they got him. Yeah, they got him at a discount rate. I'm sure if he has a healthy year, he'll probably come back and be like, "Give me more money, Bobby."
Right.
But everybody says his talent, if he's right, is good. But it's just such it's such a scary thing because it's like if it doesn't work out,
I want
if
something
it doesn't
here.
work out and he doesn't come back all the way healthy, and it's a very scary injury,
Right.
you know, I just if we're gonna be left in the same spot where Tua's running for his life because you rolled the dice on a guy's Achilles fixing right. It's going to be, it's one of these things. I know he's going to say, you guys are more concerned than we are. It's like, cool, but you understand why we're concerned, right?
Yes. And so I get there's a lot of time, right? And I get that there's, more work to be done. But it seems like all these other teams had a plan the second free agency started. Like, you see what Chicago did?
A lot.
Right. Like, they're like, we're going to get our offensive line fixed.
But they have a rookie quarterback. Like, they're going to have dough.
Okay.
So does Minnesota.
Right.
You know? They paid Tua.
Okay.
Like, that is
so
part of the.
So does New England.
But rookie quarterback. Like, everybody who spent big yesterday all has rookie quarterbacks.
And here's another thing that a lot of the teams that had a lot of success, most of their money is quarterback and line, offensive, defensive line. Not really wide receivers.
No.
Right? So I would say this. There's two things that this team needs. And I don't know whether it's a schematic thing or a personnel thing. You need to be dogs up front. You need to be more physical up front. And you need to have a running game that reflects that. Because I said it all last year. I've said it the year before that. There's going to come a point in time where you have to line up against an 8-man box and get a first down to end the game or win a significant game.
Yep.
And this team can't do that. And so everything that they do should look at what has happened in football and look at how teams have been successful. There's a couple outliers, right? But you look at how teams have been successful. That's stopping the run and running the football in between the tackles.
What's a bigger concern for you, though? Is it a bigger concern that you signed a good player who's coming off a really critical injury, or that we're one snap away from MILF Hunter?
See, I believe this. I believe this with Zach Wilson. And I've always, and I've said this to you a lot, that if you draft a quarterback that has a lot of talent but needs a little bit of development and throw him on a crap team, on a crap organization, and he struggles, then we look at that as far as, oh, this guy was a bust. The talent was always there. The arm strength was always there. Okay, what were the pieces around him? So while I get people saying we only got Zach Wilson, these guys have done great with Tua. We all thought Tua was trash or was going to suck.
Tua was never as bad as Zach Wilson. Like, whatever people want to say about, but hold on, whatever people.
He never had the talent around him that.
But it doesn't matter. Whatever people want to say about Tua, Zach Wilson, Tua was never close to a bust like Zach Wilson was. It's not even close.
But again, it's the only organization that could take a Hall of Famer and make him 5-12.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
The Jets quarterback.
So if they took a Hall of Famer and he was only 5-12,
it has become.
What the hell you think that's going to be to Zach Wilson?
Geno Smith,
Sam
Darnold,
still play quarterback. Sam Darnold still play quarterback.
Just got a Hyundai.
Right. So all of the evidence is out there. Is it the quarterback or the organization? So there's some talent there. Now, I don't know what people what kind of talent you expecting in a backup quarterback. Hell, if he could start, he'd be starting. There's a bunch of teams starving for quarterback play.
Sure.
So your backup is going to be exactly what, he has talent, but he hasn't been in the right situation. So I'm not upset that the Dolphins signed Zach Wilson. Like, he's a backup quarterback.
Mac Jones was out there. He's a Pro Bowler.
Pro Bowler.
Listen.
Pro Bowl gritty.
A guy named McCorkle came from the South. I'm just telling you.
Take a break. Back after this.
Not
It was centered around facts. You don't have anything.
imaginary
Hey,
conspiracies.
let me tell you something. You got nothing to apologize for, Leroy. You have a concern with this team that's totally legitimate. Totally legitimate.
You told them to fix it.
Fix it, dude.
But I don't. Here's
Mm.
what I've always said: the problem that fans have with organizations, whether you like what Chicago did or not, there seems to be a plan. All the fans can kind of recognize what that plan is.
Mhm.
And so there's excitement about how it's going to work out.
But they're in a different spot than the Dolphins.
No. I'm just here. Bear with me.
Okay.
Give him
I
time.
know they're in a different spot. For the last 3 or 4 years, what has been the plan? What has been like something that, as a fan of the Dolphins, something that you could grasp on and say, I see where we're going. I see what we're doing here. Because the last time somebody asked the question, he laughed.
It felt like the plan for the Dolphins and their identity was going to be fastest team on the planet.
Yeah, but
That was their identity.
okay.
It got figured out.
No, it's not even that.
Would you
Is
disagree
that-
with that though? Like, what,
That's worked.
I understand
The
what's
last time it worked
worked.
was the greatest show on turf.
But I'm asking you, would you agree that was their identity? That was their plan?
Yes. And some said it was very similar to what San Francisco was doing and how they ran offense or whatever. But here's the problem. As much as you want to say they were trying to do what San Francisco did and do it in a manner that San Francisco did, San Francisco was, even with all that trickery on offense, one of the most physical teams in the NFL.
Sure. Debo, Kittle,
Right.
Mooses.
Even on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Trent Williams.
So even with that plan, they still had problems playing basic football.
I know.
And so that's what I don't understand when I say I don't understand what the plan is. Because even if your idea of what you want the team to be resembled what San Francisco was,
But if I wanted to be
it's not that.
But if I wanted to be Johnny Aqua Glasses right now, right? And I wanted to give the spin on it, I would say what this is what you want to put on?
Johnny Aqua Glasses. Johnny Aqua Glasses.
There you
All
go.
we need now is little dolphins in the.
Leroy,
Okay, what's up, Johnny?
Mike
Aquaman?
McDaniel,
Johnny.
and Chris Grier acknowledged at the combine
Yes.
that they were going to invest in the offensive line. They have started investing in the offensive line. They
Mhm.
bring in a guy of Pro Bowl caliber talent. Yes, he's coming off of an Achilles
Time out.
injury, but in a world, hold on,
Mhm.
in a world where they got to be smart with their money
Mhm.
because they've spent a lot already on quarterback, wide receiver, pass rusher. They need to be smart with their dough. If you get a talent like that and you're able to get him at a third of the price that other Pro Bowl talent guards are doing, that's called good football ops, dude. And they are starting to invest in the trenches.
If
And
I made Johnny Aquaman,
No, Johnny Aqua Glasses.
Johnny Aqua Glasses,
What are we doing here?
if I may, I don't want Pro Bowl like talent.
Mhm.
I'm not shopping at freaking Timu.
Well, you're not being-
Okay, I don't want Timu offensive
we
linemen.
need to be
No!
grown-ups. We need to be
No!
grown-ups. We need to be grown-ups.
No,
We got to
Yeah,
cover.
wait. This is like, you know what? It sounds like a tastes like chicken debate. Have you ever had this? Tastes just like chicken.
I
I
understand.
just eat chicken. Give me a Pro Bowler.
But it's kind of like having a mutt chicken. You know, it's like, maybe he makes good eggs, but I got him on the cheap skis.
Mm-mm,
Mm-mm,
mm-mm.
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 Johnny Aqua Glasses isn't selling you?
No, that ain't selling. But you understand what I'm saying?
No, I get you, dude.
At
Look,
some point, I don't need Pro Bowl offensive line.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think the Dolphins are in a spot right now where like they could restructure Tua's deal and could have gotten more money? They're not doing that.
Mhm.
They're not opening up more space. They're being more prudent with it for now. Do you think that Stephen Ross for once is telling them, nah, dude, I'm not writing a big check this offseason. Like, you guys figure it out because this is your job's on the line.
No. I think
You think you would spend regardless.
Steve,
if they wanted him to spend, he would do it.
right. But that's not the problem. The problem isn't the money.
Mhm.
People are making it about the money. My problem is with the decisions. Nothing that I said had anything to do with money. It had to do with the last 3 years we've been plagued with injuries, and you out here signing broke players.
But it has a little bit to do with money because you've decided the guys you invested. Like when you mentioned Washington, Chicago, New England, Minnesota,
they hadn't invested any money in anybody.
They have all very four things that are very. They're at the spend willy-nilly. The Dolphins spent their willy-nilly money.
Right.
It hasn't worked out right now.
Okay, because all the places that you spent your money aren't making a big enough impact because the units on the field that those guys depend on weren't good.
That's true.
So, to throw the ball down the field, you need time. You didn't have time, so you started throwing these little bubble screens and quick passes, and now you're in 2nd and 14, and you're wondering why. Because you can't run the ball on 1st down because it's always 2nd and 12. Because the offensive line's not working out. So, with all that being said, my thought process is, hey, we've been banged up front. Let's get us some guys we can depend on. Let's get us some guys that can come in and play 16, 17 games, and let's build that way.
Timbo slices. Leroy's getting mad at a hypothetical character. Johnny Aqua Glasses.
You gave him his glasses,
Wait a minute.
Leroy.
Literally handed it to him.
We've been doing this show for over 8-9 years. He's been an imaginary character for all that time. Now you're, what the hell?
Hold on.
Just one moment, guys. We gotta put on the props.
Zach Wilson's got potential. You know, he's got a real hoose. He can move around. You need to realize if Tua gets one more injury, you need your quarterback of the future already here. Only 25 years old, younger than Michael Penix. Johnny Aqua Glasses.
Over and out.
Like, I'm not even having a conversation about backup quarterback. Right? My hopes is that the backup quarterback never has to play. But I am talking about the guys that got to play. Right?
Of course.
They do this. They signed a guy who's going to limp in the press conference.
Maybe he has a scooter.
Oh, that would. Let me tell you something. Who's the new guy's name?
James Daniels.
James Daniels. Tell you right now, if you come to sign your contract on a scooter or any type of apparatus, I'm talking about the one where you put your knee on it and you scoot around, right? Crutches, wheelchair,
Do you need help with the camera?
any of the sorts,
Pretty good. Look at that.
I'm gonna blow a gasket.
Mobile.
No, why are you
It's
throwing
not
the
working.
football?
The table's blocking.
He's an offensive lineman.
I was trying to keep my balance.
So think about that.
No Pilates.
Think
for me.
about that. Like, I want the Dolphins. How can I put this and be nice? I think if the injured guys were healthy, they could beat the guys that were actually playing.
Huh.
Think about that. Chew on that for a minute.
Say that again. In the mic.
Guys who are injured and miss a lot of time the last couple of years for this team.
Yep.
If healthy, they could beat the guys who actually play.
Yeah, I think that's Isn't that usually? Aren't they starters?
So why are we signing broke down guys? Listen, I don't know how this is going to play out. I don't.
But you're nervous.
Because what has plagued this team? Injuries. Now.
Doesn't bother the GM.
What?
It doesn't.
Neither did offensive line.
It's boxed in.
He laughed at us. Who's laughing now?
You've been
I want to cry.
Take a break.
Our swing guys sucked at 3 positions.
Amazon Prime.
It's our Tua, 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 Tonga Vailoa, not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort, Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua, it's our Tua,
Tua.
Tua, 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 Tua. Chris Sims can go to hell. Tua Tonga Vailoa, Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
To the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM, streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. Miami 560 WQAM is the channel there, and on the Odyssey app. Leroy, we're very excited today.
Yeah.
Look who decided to show up. Hello, Robbie.
Hello, guys.
How are you?
Good. Doing all right. Good to see you guys again.
It is great to see you. We saw you at the Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
You're a changed man. You're a changed man. Something happened with his camera, JFig. I don't know what went on there. Did his
How'd that just
did he get
happen?
signed
So
out? I
to
think he
see,
got signed out. What happened? Your computer sign out there for a second?
Robbie,
Hey, log in over here, JFig.
Robbie.
But we saw you at the Super Bowl party, and you're a changed man. No Crocs.
No Crocs. I'm retired.
I don't understand what happened. How did you go from a no Croc man? Like, this used to be your go-to footwear.
Yeah, I know. I'm in the first ballot Crocs Hall of Fame. I had a huge ceremony and everything. But no, I just the new job I was at, it just required me more mobility, more shoes, and lifting stuff and moving stuff around. And it kept being a drag.
Big fan of Marcos or mobile.
Mobile.
Yeah, more
Mobile.
mobile, like Zach Wilson.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey.
man.
Dade South.
What's that?
Has anybody tried pronouncing the Dolphins' new safety's name yet?
Oh, I heard it. He's not a UFC fighter, so
What?
Tobin's going to struggle with this one.
Oh, man. I saw it. Hold on one second. Let me see.
Not enough vowels.
Let me see if I get this.
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't sign him based off of that, if I'm being honest.
Well, here he was banged up, but not like serious injuries.
Ifatu Melifonwu. I think I got
it.
Yeah, that
sounds
sounds
good.
I think I got it. Robbie, did I get that right?
Yeah, I think you got it.
I think I got that
Close
right.
enough.
Syracuse.
Enough for me.
Tap in for par.
He had a couple of sacks against Baker Mayfield in the playoffs.
Well, he's a good player. He was just hurt last year.
Yep.
And so I don't have as much of a problem with that, because understand, you need good safety play, but all secondary play is a result of how well you rush the passer. I don't care how good your secondary is. If you're not getting pressure on the quarterback,
Yep.
they can't cover for that long. They just can't. Look at the Super Bowl.
It was a bloodbath.
Right.
It was a bloodbath. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Hyundai. Doral Hyundai, choose one with 1,300 new Hyundai miles in inventory, like the Tucson, Sonata, and Palisade. And remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. We're going to get to Robbie's draft room in a bit, but
I tell you what, if Robbie, you my guy, but if you even mention this team signing anything other than a big one, then we're gonna have words.
It has to be offensive line.
has to be offensive line.
Has
And
to.
Leroy and Robbie wanted Penei Sewell the year that they took
Yep.
Waddle. He yelled on our draft stream.
Yes.
About not having the
I don't know if I can
stones.
say what I said on the draft
I
stream.
mean, you can say it. You know, I mean, you're not running the dump button, so
No,
nobody. Like you have to.
we're all doing this draft show, right? And we're talking about who they're gonna get, and they draft Jalen Waddle, and then they go around and say, "What do you think?" And all of a sudden, Robbie just chimes in like Leroy Jenkins. Nobody had the balls to draft Penei Sewell. It's like, he came in off the top rope. And
He turned out to be right.
Yeah, I wasn't in the original because it was a limit on how many people you were allowed to have on that broadcast. So I was like signed into just during that point. I wasn't on the broadcast originally. And as soon as I came in, I was just like holding it in. And as soon as I came in, you didn't have the ball to take the nice ball.
Right.
But tell us what you got going on. So you got something cool coming up. You look like you're ready for an adventure.
Yes. In fact, 2 days from now, this Thursday night, I will be embarking on a week-long journey walking from Miami all the way to Key West, to the southernmost point. I got to touch the thimble before the walk is complete. And I'm doing this all for charity. And I'm going to be doing a YouTube stream along the way, streaming every mile. I don't want anybody to think I'm cheating.
I understand.
Yeah, so I got to wherever we stop.
Who got in trouble for that? Was it Johnny Manziel's wife? I feel like she got in trouble for cheating a marathon.
How do you cheat in a marathon?
I think her tracker went to like a record. I think she like broke the world record for a marathon distance, and everybody was like, "That's fishy." And like, who broke it? Johnny Manziel's wife.
Please.
You know what they say? When you cheat the game. Only when you cheat is cheating yourself.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this.
So how long does
she ain't built like a distance runner?
We have no idea what she's built like.
No, that
Leroy.
Wait.
No.
What was that?
No.
What was that?
She's not big.
I don't know what she is.
But you know what a distance runner looks like.
Yes, for sure.
She does not look like a distance runner.
What are you benefiting here? What are you doing this for?
It is for an autism facility to help, from birth all the way to adulthood and into beyond, for them to take care of people with autism. And
That's badass,
I have family members affected by that, and so I'm doing it for that.
What? So how did you link up with? Who are you doing this with?
This charity, how I'm doing this with it. Yeah, my brother's is one of the facilities. And
yeah,
so I was doing it for him.
Very cool
for their facility. But yeah.
So how long does this walk take? This takes a week.
It's gonna take a solid week.
Wow.
The way I have it timed out, Thursday night, leave, and then hopefully get to Key West.
Wait, why are you walking at night?
Well, just the first night, because I didn't have that day off from work, so
still got a job.
Yeah,
the work.
So I want to start the walk. The first night's gonna be a shorter night, but then hopefully I time it to get to 1 week from Thursday noon. Why noon? Why you got to get to noon at Key West? Because 15 minutes later, March Madness starts, and no one's gonna be no one's gonna be watching the stream once March Madness starts.
It's amazing because I could just picture Robbie going down to Key West, looking at his watch, going, "I got to pick up the pace. I got to pick up the pace.
I'm gonna miss Pepperdine."
So you're walking by yourself, or is there other people walking?
Well, I mean, people are welcome to come. There is somebody, at least for the first part, who's going to be walking with me. I didn't think anybody was going to do it. I just picked up somebody to walk with along the way for the first couple of days, but I don't know how long he's going to make it. He hasn't been training or walking, doing anything.
Wait, you train for this?
Well, I mean, I've just been walking. I wasn't been training for this, but I've just been walking.
Did you get new shoes for it, or you are the ones? These are the ones broken in, ready for it.
Yeah.
Are you wearing Crocs on sport mode?
No,
Crocs are dead.
I'm retired.
The Crocs are dead.
Look, we saw this at the Super Bowl. The man was taking laps.
He was.
Oh yeah, I had to, after the throwdown of food at Leroy's house, I had to do laps around the pool.
That was some good food over there. It really was.
Good.
Okay, JV, could you throw up the graphic again? This has a QR code. People can donate to this.
Yep, that's the QR code. You could scan there and you could donate to the cause, and you could watch the whole stream. I need subscribers at Robbie Walks to Key West. That's the YouTube channel.
Yep, Robbie Walks to Key West.
That's the YouTube channel. Subscribe to that, and then we'll.
Where's this picture taken?
Oh, that was on the bridge.
What bridge?
It was on
Bridge on the Keys, 7 Mile Bridge.
No, that was not on the 7 Mile. That was probably on the Key Biscayne Bridge where I took the picture.
I was about to say that looks like Key Biscayne.
I was giving away secrets there, but it caught me.
All right, so cool.
I got some questions about this journey.
Oh, everybody does.
You're camping like in the middle of the night. You're just like, all right.
Hotels. What are you doing?
Yeah,
hotels. What are you doing? Tent.
Working the phones, but believe it or not, I looked this up.
Working the phones.
It is illegal to just set up a tent anywhere in the Keys. You can only do that on the designated camping grounds. I looked this up.
What?
Really? So you thought about tent?
Yeah, I did.
Interesting.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because
Wait.
Man.
Whoa.
The critters.
So you just gonna walk in South Florida and you think when you get tired, I'm just gonna make a tent and take a nap.
Well,
Yeah.
there's one rule in this journey. I am not allowed to hop in anything that has an engine or anything that has tires. That's illegal. Now, somebody is allowed to bring me supplies. You know, if you should it be in peril, somebody's allowed to drive and bring me supplies. That is allowed. But other than that, no vehicular assistance is allowed.
Wow.
So say
wow,
so
That's like the Dolphins.
Remain in your vehicle.
That's how Leroy was going to act if the new Dolphins lineman showed up in the scooter.
Oh,
Vehicular assistance.
Robbie, let me ask you this. What are your feelings on the last 3 years have been plagued by injuries,
Mhm.
and the Dolphins signed 2 guys that are injury prone?
but that's the Grier special. I heard you guys talking about it. He loves glass.
Loves it.
I remember being here 4 years ago talking with Joe Rose and how much, and I was like, oh, Grier loves glass.
What is a glass craftsman? What is that known as? Somebody who like makes glass crafts.
a blowsman.
No.
That can't be what that is.
It's like that kid. Robbie's like,
Is that all right?
a blowsman.
Dumb button.
Yeah.
Okay, Robbie, where are you pooping, dude? Come on.
Well,
we gotta know.
that's just where that's just where the God lies. That's,
Okay, but so
I
you
can't
gotta-
control that.
Are you bringing toilet paper with you,
Well,
or are you just?
I got to tell you, I mean, in order for that to happen, you would have to eat like food but you're just going to be like,
Yeah,
snacking.
I'm gonna have
a lot of jerky.
I'm gonna have to bring a lot of snacks along the journey. We will. I mean,
Lightweight too. You don't want to have like too much in that backpack.
No, this backpack.
That's it.
It's gonna be filled with water. It's gonna have this thing
has water.
Wow. So are you doing like one shirt, dude?
Where
Well,
does
I
your
have multiple.
tent
I'll
go
have
in
multiple
that
shirts.
backpack?
I'll have multiple shirts. in there.
Wait, is that the only backpack?
That's what that is the only backpack.
Did you see
yeah.
that on camera? Did you guys get a good look at that?
Yes,
Show
but
that again.
just in comparison to like that is a little bit bigger than your head. Like that is not a big bag. at
Also,
all.
where does the tent go?
No
Well,
tents, no tents allowed.
No, no, it's illegal. It's
What are you going to
illegal.
listen to on the way down? Music?
Tobin
well,
and Leroy, we're available on all platforms.
well, I'm going to be doing a YouTube stream, so I'm going to be doing a lot of talking the whole time.
Oh, you're doing it on your phone.
I am doing it on my phone, and this thing right here, this thing is my solar battery. This is how I can, that's how I'm going to keep my phone on battery while I'm doing the stream.
I love that.
Not for nothing, Robbie. You've taken a lot of liberties to success with this, right?
I get
Like
good, thought out.
a person who walks
Mm.
155 miles
Mhm.
is not gonna be able to fit enough fluids in a backpack.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
No, I won't. No, I'm gonna be surprised
look,
if that's enough water.
This is a squirter thing right here.
You're gonna suck all that in the first night.
Well, then I'll have to.
Well, you can stop at a gas. He's
Yeah,
nothing
refill.
against going to the gas
Wait, you're
station.
just
and
gonna
refill.
get
yeah, right out of
road
the hose.
water?
I'll just get, somebody
That's how
give me
they
a
did it.
refill.
Some road water.
Dude, I'm just saying.
I can't
Look,
wait. To see
Robbie,
this.
I can't wait for you to do this.
What's the
and-
YouTube channel again?
Robbie walks to Key West.
Robbie walks to
I
Key
need
West.
subscribers, and I can't go live yet. I need more
Yeah.
subscribers.
So here's I have questions.
Yeah, of course.
Because like you're following in the footsteps of a Tobin success rate here.
Huh?
And that is you have made a bunch of assumptions of how it's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
without realizing 155-mile walk is it a long way. So
It
what are
is.
you gonna walk? 20 miles a day?
It averages to about 20 something miles a day. There's some days where I'm going to do 30, and there's some days where I'm going to do like
Someday
10.
he might want to stop and fish. You know.
The last day has to be short.
Fish!
What is he gonna fish?
Oh
with?
yeah, I got to feed Robbie's Marina where you feed the fish. You could get
Oh,
that's my name on.
That's a great place for breakfast too.
Okay, but hold on though. But if you're doing marathon after marathon after
Well,
essentially a marathon,
It's
a day.
walking though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
it's still-
walked. You walked 10, 15 miles before.
for sure. Like you do Disney, you do Universal, you do a lot
Right.
of the. But then the next day,
You're
I'm dead.
exhausted.
Exactly.
Right.
He's got to do it again the next day.
Like,
There's some days that are short, but then there are some days that are going to be long. And
so, but here's
You're open to piggyback rides. though.
where.
We want to know. in
Where are you
description your
resting?
Training.
well, that you got to you just see.
See,
Hold on.
this is what I'm saying. You're figuring out a lot of stuff on the road.
That's a lot of it's touch and feel, because you can't really book a place to stay, and then you're like, it's 11 o'clock at night, you still got 10 miles to go, you're not going to make it. So and I can't have vehicular assistance, so a lot of it is kind of
I don't like the way you say vehicular assistance.
Neither do I.
I don't like it either.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll get more into this, and then Robbie, you give us
right.
some draft guys that we gotta look out for the Miami Dolphins. We'll take a break. More to come here on the show. Back after this.
The Panthers.
everybody? Tobin and Leroy here with you. WQM invites you to experience every upset, buzzer beater, and every heart-stopping moment at Odyssey's Buckets and Bets, March 20th to the 23rd. It's presented by Hard Rock Bet. We're transforming Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood into the ultimate college basketball tip-off weekend. Immerse yourself with massive LED screens, beers with your crew, and real-time betting action. VIP tickets and packages are available at Ticketmaster.com. Get all the info at WQM.com. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. You must be 21 or over and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem, call 1-888-ADMIT-IT. Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood. Sponsored by Gunther Mazda. For car buying done your way, you've got to get to Gunther Mazda. What were you showing up screen there, Marcos? What was that?
I got my donation receipt from the South Florida Autism Charter School, which is a link that Robbie had provided on the photo. Once you donate, you get a nice little cute receipt like this.
Boom.
We are
What a
almost at our goal,
king.
baby.
We got Robbie the Degenerate in studio, although he's now Robbie the Charitable, who is he's doing great work.
Yeah,
He's-
but we still got a couple of
There's more holes in my story than Swiss
yeah,
cheese.
we got a couple of things to hash out because
We'll get to those, but I
Okay,
want
all
to bring Robbie in because Robbie is he
yeah,
loves draft
we
season.
miss our draft.
We miss him for draft season. So I want you guys to do a couple things for me. And we need to get Robbie up to 50 subscribers on this YouTube channel. Robbie Walks to Key West. That's the handle. Robbie Walks to Key West. I got that right?
That is correct.
Robbie Walks to Key West. If you are on YouTube right now and you're watching us, all right, go to that channel, give it a quick subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. We want to do this so Robbie's walk can be streamed live. We only need about like 20 more of them. So if you guys could really make the move there, go to Robbie Walks to Key West so he can show off live, so he can raise this money. Give me the autism school again, Robbie.
Yeah, South Florida Autism Charter School.
There you go. So if we can raise money for that, Robbie can stream that live. Please go to that now. Make a move for us there, guys. It takes one click, and all you got to do is Robbie Walks to Key West. On
You're at
channel.
36.
Boom.
Look at
Yeah,
that,
you guys
baby.
can keep
Let's
humming there to get us there. We need to
go.
get there
All right,
before
36.
you.
That was quick.
All right, Robbie, you are a draft guru.
Mhm.
You said the Dolphins didn't have the balls
Yeah.
to draft Penei Sewell.
Yeah.
As goes the tradition of Robbie's draft room. Give me 2 studs and 2 busts. I'm going to give you the lot of the draft. So you go however you want. I don't care if it's Cam Ward. I don't care if it's you give me guys. You either you want the Dolphins or NFL. You tell me the way you want to go.
Well, I mean, it stands out offensive line for the Dolphins. That's like primo number one for the Dolphins. And I really like this guy. He lit up the combine. I am a sucker for the combine. Armand Membu.
Oh, the guy who was screaming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4'9", 140. Hit a huge broad jump. This guy, the real 332, 6'4". This guy's a real deal. I feel like this guy will be the guy the Dolphins should take if he's there at 13, which he might be. I mean, there's a couple other offensive linemen ahead of him, projected to be ahead of him. One of them I don't really like so much. I'll get to that later. Yeah, you got him, and then I also like Kelvin Banks Jr.
Ooh.
The tackle from Texas. Now, didn't run as good of a 40, but it's offensive lineman. Okay, it doesn't matter. Solid, 6'5", 33.5 inch arms. 350 pounds, which could be a little bit bigger, but still solid broad jump. I like Banks will go higher than Membu, but I think I like Membu better than Banks. But I still like both of those guys.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was worried about Membu because I was like, oh no, because I saw that Kuiper had him going to the Dolphins, and I was like, then he lit up the combine. I was like, oh no, he's gonna go up the draft too much. But I like the guy who screams during because Leroy, that would be perfect for the Dolphins if they could get a guy like I don't love going guard at 13. But if you're solidified there now, donezo. Even with old Scooter coming in on the other side.
I think the problem with this team and this organization over the past few years is you can't figure out what the plan is. And when you ask questions about the plan, the reply is, we know more than you. And last year, while getting laughed at, the offensive line struggled. And we see what success is in NFL. Like, there's very few anomalies in how football is successful. And the one thing you can't get away from is good, solid play on the offensive line and the defensive line makes all of your other pieces better. It doesn't work the other way. You can't have Hall of Famers at wide receiver and have an average quarterback and think you're going to get Hall of Fame production out of your quarterback.
That's why you need a blacksmith.
But
I learned, by the way, what a glass crafter is.
Oh,
A glass blower.
I
okay.
literally said that. No one.
Or- Well, I didn't know if that was true, JFig.
No,
I thought you were just throwing it out there.
God, I am someone who used to be an art student. I know
Oh
this,
my gosh, she took
You didn't say it like that, though. You
First
kind of
of all,
sounded like you were throwing
Jennifer-
it out there, Jennifer.
Jennifer, you've
Making
pretty much
things
said
up.
you've done everything.
I have. I've had a long life.
What?
Long life.
The other name, a glazier.
Ah,
Jay.
yes.
You don't like that one.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
A glazier.
I
But
like
that
mine
person installs glass and metal framing, cut
Mm.
into framing. So
No,
I don't think that's the same
that's
as
like
a
the guy who does impact windows.
Right.
That's not the guy who's whittling glass and doing stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Like a blowsman.
Okay, so
No.
you got Membu, you got
Banks.
Banks.
Now the
Those
down.
are your studs.
Now the
Your busts.
all right. Will Campbell. I just can't get past
LSU?
LSU. I just can't get past the small arms. I mean, look,
T-Rex
he's
arms.
gonna be the top, maybe the first offensive lineman taken. I feel like the short arms. He had a pretty good combine, but
Is he a guard or a tackle?
he is a tackle.
See,
Yeah,
you can get away with that at guard.
6'6".
Well, I mean,
What's his
how
span?
short? Wait, question.
You got the Tyler Hero. Those
6'6".
Yeah.
How short can his arms be?
Look, it's that matters. That matters. Look, I'm not saying he's gonna be a bad player overall. I just think for the first tackle in the draft, I think that the guy, I think got to be perfect. You got to be perfect, not be at least close to perfect. The short arms, you can't have that glaring a deficiency being the first tackle in the draft.
Right.
32.58-inch arms. Oh, I guess that's bad.
32.
The other two guys were at over 33. The other two guys.
Okay, so we're gonna not draft the guy for an inch?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Hand size, Kenny Pickett, baby hands.
No. But arms.
Al
I'm saying
Pacino said it best. Yeah, all the inches.
So 30. He has 32, and the other guys have 33.
and a half. It
And
makes
a
it makes a
He's
difference.
32 and a half, 33. So we're basically not going to draft the guy because of this much.
Yeah, that
For example,
that's the difference between a sack.
Patrick Paul's Patrick
Now, if
Paul's
you can move your feet and stay in front of a guy.
Patrick Paul's arm length is 36.
Jeez, he's a
Ooh. You ready for the biggest dud?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is hands down to me the biggest story of the combine. Ashton Genty, running back from Boise State. Why?
Whoa.
What? We want to know why? He didn't do anything at the combine. This reeks of Najee Harris all over again.
Oh my God.
He has something. Why isn't he going out there running a 40? Seems like he has something to hide. I mean, you're playing at Boise State. The competition somewhat. He did have a good playoff game against Penn State. He had that nice long run. But Ashton Genty, I want to see what he could do. On the stage, on the big stage with competition, equal competition, and he flat out no showed. To me, that's screams of Najee Harris. And so I'm staying away. And he's supposed to be the top running back, top 10 pick on a running back. I would have liked to have seen him showing up in the combine.
What do you think of Cam Ward? What do you think? Stud? Bust?
I think Cam Ward is not going to be able to get away with a lot of the razzle dazzle he did, and him
the laissez-faire,
the laissez-faire.
the walking and all. So my only difference between Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders maybe only, and I'm gonna say this because I've seen more of Cam Ward. I've seen Cam Ward make on-time throws. I don't know if I've seen Shedeur do it as much. And so that's why I would go Cam over Shedeur. Now, what everybody is saying is that if there were 3 other quarterbacks, that these guys wouldn't be first rounders. Would you be a little reluctant to draft them in the top 5 if you feel that way coming out? Because there have been drafts before where
The Kenny Pickett draft.
when people have moved up to get one of the top prospects in this draft, but they may not have a grade that warrants that top pick.
Yeah, if you don't feel like you should that you should take if you don't like the quarterback grade, just draft it for need.
No.
I think you should pass.
But
and
here's
wait
the
another
deal,
year.
Robbie. You name a fan base that if you went to them and said, I realize we need a quarterback, but these aren't the guys that graded out where we're picking, they're going to lose it.
But look what we've had with the Dolphins. We have 2 straight cycle of dooms with Ryan Tannehill and Tua back to back, and you're still having that.
Well, It's not a cycle of doom.
Well, yeah.
He's had
he is
here,
not. He is not.
at this point.
We're still in it.
At this point in his career, he's had more success than Ryan Tannehill.
He's had more success, but the durability has definitely
The
brought us
durability-
into the
here,
cycle of doom.
I'm
once again.
taking
the cycle is the cycle
Wait,
until they win a
first of all,
playoff game.
December
The cycle
30th,
is,
I'm
2000.
I'm not talking about health on this team. We love the health issues.
no, you can't do that.
But again, once we sign Tua, my whole issue with the whole thing is I'm not taking a guy that high that I have injury questions about.
Mhm.
I can't do it.
But his injury questions are part of cycle of doom. The cycle of doom does not get to have caveats of, oh well, he's had nice years. If he has nice years and then he's injured because he gets head injuries all the time, that just adds to cycle of doom, because the part of the cycle is you have to go up at part of the cycle to be let down at the bottom of the cycle.
What?
Yep.
Cycle of doom.
What?
You have to go have your heights
Dude.
and your hopes built up
a
at
full
top
cycle.
of the
Dude,
cycle
can I just
to
tell
go
you,
to the bottom of the cycle. That is the cycle of doom.
it's taken like 9 years.
Take it 25.
Too much.
What do you mean, dude?
I mean, what?
I don't know. Am I crazy?
No, that's
I
how
feel
the
like it
cycle.
makes
It's not a flat line.
That
It's
makes
a
sense.
full circle. There's those highs, like the Adam Gase first year, 11-5, yeah.
J 200 yards.
Ah. And then you fall back
Man
down.
Campbell,
Oh. Back-to-back games, beating teams by 30
the
points.
Wildcat.
Oh yeah.
Then Pat White comes and cycle of doom.
Yeah.
Where's Pat White? Pat White
Cycle of
might be
doom.
sitting somewhere sucking on his thumb.
I feel like the
'cause
last time I heard of
Yeah,
Pat White, wasn't he doing something with West Virginia? Felt like he was one of those guys who returned to school to do things.
Like a De'Ara King,
something like that. Yeah,
Cool.
something like that. I don't know.
Because I got to tell you, I think I've been hit hard. That hit,
Coaching
woo,
QBs
At West Virginia?
under his former coach Rich Rodriguez.
Oh, Rich, he's back at West Virginia. Rich Rod's back at West Virginia.
How about
So there it goes.
I gotta keep up on Pat White.
Yeah, he is
Yeah,
a
he
assistant
ruined
quarterback
Michigan.
and assistant to the head coach.
We got Robbie the Degenerate in here, a beloved friend of the show. He's got a great cause going on. He's going to start walking to Key West on Thursday.
Thursday night.
Thursday night, he's going to start
Thursday
walking to
night.
Key
So-
West.
this
Just
bar is in
case-
Miami.
just
It is in
case
Miami,
No one
yes.
finds the link. By
How
the way,
far-
it's
it's
also
called
on
the
my
Bright Side.
stories.
How far are you planned on getting the first night?
First night's only going to be about a 5-hour walk, about around midnight. I'm actually staying at my boss's house at first
All
night. It's
right.
going to be awkward.
I like it.
And then, and then after
Awkward.
yeah.
You won't care about awkward, dude.
No.
If you walk in
Well,
5 hours.
He's going to hope that he already ate so he can
So
jump
wait, he
into
lives-
the refrigerator.
So he lives in South Miami.
He lives south. He lives close.
like on Murata?
No, he doesn't live in the Keys. No.
Homestead.
Yeah. No, he,
Dude,
Florida
he
City.
gets to the Keys like
Mm.
2 days.
Homestead.
no, yeah.
Homestead.
The second,
Any part of the Keys.
the second day ends at Florida City, and then the third day is when I go from Florida City and I cross into Key Largo.
Gotcha.
Whoa.
Gotcha. Here's the graphic up there for everybody. You guys can scan that QR code. JFig, you put this on your Instagram.
I'm putting all the links on my story also, just in case. And don't forget
What's your
to
handle, JFig?
Just JFig.
Just JFig. Go check that out there. I'll put it on mine as well. Brennan_Tobin. We need to get subscribers to Robbie's YouTube. Robbie walks to Key West as he is going out here and supporting the South Florida Autism Charter School. Check that on out. Donation link is right there as well on the QR code if you guys could go there. We'll take a break. Before we take a break, Leroy, you do have to tell the people what we got coming up at Live. But before that, the damage is done, my friend, is coming on up. But tell people what we got coming over at Live, Leroy.
Oh, it's back. It's back. You know we like to party. We like to golf. This is the best place in the world to golf this time of year. And Live Golf is coming back to Miami. It's being held at Trump National Doral, April 4th through the 6th. And because it's the Blue Monster, you know they're going big. Come join me in watching some of the giants of the game in John Rahm, Bryson DeChambeau, Brooks Koepka, and last week's winner, Sergio Garcia. They've got huge DJ sets, epic street food, and ska punk legend Sublime headlining. Grab your tickets now at livegolf.com. That's livegolf.com.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Let's get to our favorite Tuesday game. The damage is done, my friend. Robbie the Degenerate visiting us here for one more segment before he gets out of here. He is going to be.
Go home and stretch.
He's going to go home and stretch. He is
Like the Browns coach.
You're the stretching. He is going to be walking to Key West starting on Thursday to benefit School for Autism down here in South Florida. If you guys want to go donate, JFig will throw the QR code up here so you guys can do that. But also the big one is go subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's going to be live streaming this, but we need more subscribers for him. Robbie walks to Key West. So all our YouTubers out there, if you guys could just do that quickly for us, we would really appreciate that. Robbie's a dear friend of ours, and we want to support him in this endeavor. And you guys can, of course, go donate as well and check that on out. But let us get to our favorite Tuesday game. The damage is done, my friend. We've yet to talk about them, even though I was boots on the ground last night. And that is, of course, the Miami Heat. And, dude, I don't even know what to say at this point. 6 games under 500, Leroy. A loss last night to the Charlotte Hornets, which was not surprising. We were talking on Press Row, and people were like, I think they got this. And I looked at them all, Leroy, and I said, no, they don't. And I was dead ass serious. I was like, no, they don't. They don't have this. And they didn't have it. And they lost to Miles Bridges, who dropped 35 on them. The Lemon Law, Mark Williams, who the Lakers did not want, or they sent back.
That's a good nickname.
The Lemon Law?
The Lemon Law.
But here was...
he should have been the light up law because he lit.
Oh, Khalil had a tough night. Khalil had a tough night for our guy. Tall time. Strangely, Davion Mitchell also was benched from the middle of the third quarter on after he got teed up.
We can't afford that.
Well, something happened. Something happened. Like Bam was very animated towards him during the bench, and all of a sudden Davion Mitchell did not come back in the game. So whatever. But here's my damage is done, and that goes to the head man himself, Erik Spoelstra. Going to play a little clip for you from last night here, Leroy, of Spo, and this is him saying we just got to keep forging on.
In terms of our spirit, we'll be fine, and we just have to forge ahead. You have to forge. Sometimes you get tested. Sometimes you get tested in a way that you don't want to be tested in this league. And you can fold the tent, or you just keep on forging and forging and forging. And that's what our group is going to do.
You're about to make me cuss, Spo.
Yeah.
So
What do you think he gave
Fire
up
and
for
anvil.
let me
winning?
Fire him.
I didn't want to have one of these days.
Hmm?
But look here.
But here we are.
I get you want to stay positive. I am probably, when it comes to sports, one of the most positive people out there.
I would agree with that, except with Aaron Rodgers. You hate Aaron Rodgers.
Hates this guy.
No, I told you that it wasn't going to work out.
Would you agree with the term, Robbie, that Leroy hates Aaron Rodgers?
Hates him.
You hate Aaron
No,
Rodgers.
But by Leroy standards.
Here's what I said
Totally hate him.
about Aaron Rodgers.
We don't need to quibble on this.
No,
we
no,
know.
no.
I don't
We
need
get
to
it. Let me get
defend.
back
Just
to
get to this both.
Boomer
Yeah.
Esiason.
Let me get back to this. So I get that you want to be positive. Okay. Here's the facts of the situation. You're not good enough. You can put whatever twist you want on it. You can put whatever, and you're so not good enough that then you try to make decisions based on pride and stuff like that.
Well, the other thing is too is you're sitting here.
Damn, it's the only guy you got that can defend anybody that's going around Tyler and all these other guys, and we don't know what happened.
And the other thing is you sit here and say forge on and don't fold the tent. That's literally the identity of your team right now. All you do is fold the tent. Every fourth quarter comes around, I go, tent folding time.
Wait,
Time to fold that tent.
what was my text when the game started?
Another blown one. I don't know.
No, I said in the first quarter.
Time to blow another one.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. It is tough. Leroy, what do you got for damages done, dude?
So My damage is done. Goes to Chris Grier.
Damage is done.
And I would say this, that when your team and your organization has been plagued by injuries for the last 3 years, and after every season, you have to say, we got some very important guys hurt, and it set us back a little bit during the course of the season. And your response to that is to go sign 2 guys that have been injured.
Yeah.
Too much. Listen, you got to change game plans. Like, if anything, and I'm willing, instead of getting that broken down BMW, I'm ready to go solid and just get a Toyota because I know it's going to work. I know it's going to be effective. It may not be a Pro Bowler, but I can get from point A to point B, and I can depend on it.
He definitely bought this Mercedes like on Facebook Marketplace. Can't trust it.
So so my damage is done is, please don't get in front of us. Don't mock us.
Mm-hmm.
Don't laugh at us. Okay? Because last year, when you laughed at us about the offensive line, we got Eichenberged.
Yeah, we did.
So
we got Eichenberg so hard.
Until it is actually fixed, you can come back at the end of the year and say, I told you I could fix this. I'm fine with that. Don't say nothing now.
Robbie, what do you got for damages done today?
Yeah, we all love this guy, Aaron Ekblad. Get the old busted. He do, but then he did the old. I should have checked. Whatever. That anytime someone gets popped, and they always do that.
Is that what he did?
Yeah, he says, I should have checked with the health department, whatever. That's just
health department.
It was.
You don't need to call the health department.
It was whatever he said.
Look at that face. You can't blame Aaron Ekblad.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, here was his statement. As the NHL announced, I have been suspended for violating the NHL performance-enhancing substance policy program. The news that I failed a random drug test was a shock. Ultimately, I made a mistake by taking something to help me recover from recent injuries without first checking the proper medical and team personnel. I've let my teammates, the Panthers organization, and our great fans down for that. I am truly sorry. I accept responsibility for my mistake and will be fully prepared to return for when my team suspension is over. I have learned a hard lesson and cannot wait to be back with my teammates.
Okay. Now, does any of those pills require a needle? Maybe you should have known.
Dude, you don't know that he took a needle.
I'm not.
You don't know that.
I asked the question. I just asked the question.
We're making a lot of assumptions here.
I did not make an
We
assumption.
are making assumptions on Aaron Ekblad. I'm telling you right now, he's a good boy. All right, he would look at that face. That beard.
It's a beautiful face.
It was an honest mistake. And I think what we need to do is learn a little thing called bygones, be bygones.
I just asked a question.
I
didn't accuse anybody of anything.
To review this because he's a good boy. And I want Aaron Ekblad to please realize that he is still a good boy and a good person. And I want him ready mentally for the playoffs. When all of a sudden did it become a crime to get back on the ice? Everybody wants to load manage these days. This guy wants to get back to work faster. Sounds like something that should be celebrated to me.
So can I ask you a question?
I think 20 games is a little too harsh.
Question.
A little harsh, right, Jennifer?
I think it's very harsh.
Question. When somebody says to you, take this, it'll help you recover. Has it ever been over the counter? Anybody give me name something that you went to GNC and got?
Just because Aaron Ekblad believed the Gold's Gym guy doesn't mean he should be suspended for 5 games. I understand.
Gold's Gym's not even open anymore.
Let's be reasonable.
Come on.
5 games.
No,
5 for 5.
Here's the deal. That is
I feel like Leroy doesn't want him on the ice.
Leroy,
what's
I
wrong with you?
Realize you were a Bruin fan.
What are you getting at GMC?
I didn't realize you were Johnny Gary Bettman, huh?
I'm just telling you.
You're a little
call you the
suspicious.
Wait a minute. Hold on. If somebody comes to you and says, take this, it's going to make you feel good. You know damn well it ain't going to be illegal.
This is the guy who believes LeBron's on the up and up at
Who
40.
are you talking to, Leroy? Like, who's giving you things?
I'm just saying.
And mostly, let's just remember the number one point about all this is that Aaron Ekblad is a good boy, and he doesn't deserve this.
I'm not
keep saying
questioning that. I believe that.
Strange.
That's fine.
Marcos. Oh, JFig, what do you got for damages done?
Well, Robbie, I'd like for you to listen up closely about this one,
Oh,
since
boy.
you're about to embark on a big journey.
Mhm.
Have you guys heard about the whole toilet gate
No,
Toilet
on
gate.
Air India?
Oh,
No.
I did hear about that.
I didn't hear about this.
Air India.
Air India.
Air
So
India.
there was a flight
Sounds
that
like a gamble.
departed from Chicago that was going to go to India. But an hour and a half into their flight, they had to return back because their toilets weren't working. There was 8 out of the 12 of
How-
the restrooms that were not
8?
functioning.
Out of
Wait, there's 12 restrooms?
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, you said 4 working restrooms. I think you could have kept
And
One
going.
I
of the
think,
restrooms.
yeah,
That feels
I
like
think
it
that's
works.
reasonable. I mean,
How big of a plane to fly all the way to India, dude?
Well, it's a large flight.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming,
India's a very
yes.
populated country.
It's a good call. It's a good call.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
What you mean, dude?
How big is the
If
plane?
a
to
place,
fly?
oh no, I'm not gonna let you do
You
that.
need a lot of fuel to fly to
Okay.
India.
A standard plane has 4 toilets. This has 12.
Yeah.
There's a
But
lot
I'm
of people going to
saying-
India.
How big a plane is that flies around the world like that?
How many hours is that?
So
Oof.
I checked it from Chicago. It's 14 to 15 hours, even though it said 10 hours on the article. So I don't really know what's going on there. And you know what's funny about this whole thing?
Yeah.
You'll never guess why it clogged.
Oh, okay. Why? That
Why?
got a couple reasons.
Not poop?
I thought it was poop, but it's not
Yeah.
poop. Apparently, people were stuffing clothes and rags and
Clothes?
flushing it down, and it got stuck in the
Sounds like-
plumbing.
Why?
Sounds like
Did
sounds
Did
like
they not have any toilet paper?
it sounds like one person had an accident,
Yeah.
and then
It's covering his tracks.
yeah, exactly,
Tracks.
dude.
Pretty
Oh,
good.
that's embarrassing.
That
That is
sucks.
embarrassing.
Frog boy, quickly.
Very quickly, guys. Titties. Why do I say that? No, hold on. No, hold on. Hold on. Hold
Get
on.
back in your chair, Robert. It's
Hold
okay.
on. Hold
He's
on.
coming for the dump button.
This is courtesy of the
Robbie,
Texas
come back.
Rangers.
Come back, Robbie. We need you.
That was what was printed on a Texas Rangers hat that has been banned from the MLB shop.
Oh my God.
They had the Texas Rangers logo as well as the word Texas.
Wait, look at how
Submerged
simple
over.
that is.
Oh my God.
I
We're
thought Robbie was right behind me.
We're
but it's
bringing
not
in
Robbie.
reinforcements, guys. Unfortunately, those hats released this week and have been banned. But the damage is done, dude. The damage is done. I saw it all.
Damage is done.
Would you buy one?
Didn't this? Hold on. Can I just say though?
Yeah.
Didn't this just happen with the A's?
It did.
Yes,
It
This
did
just
remember?
happened with the A's, where they released a hat that said "ass" on it
Ass, correct. Ass
because
hat.
they tried to do that cute shadow thing, and it was ASS.
Yeah.
And now they got a shirt that they got another hat that says
Tetas.
"tetas."
We got it. We got it, baby. Courtesy of the Texas Rangers.
That's Spanish for honkers, Leroy.
In case you didn't know.
Continue.
I'm familiar.
Okay, I just wanted to be clear, just so you know, tetas is Spanish for honkers.
There you go.
Or
Hooters.
hooters,
Hooters, you know.
or melons,
Mm-hmm.
or cans,
Okay, now you're
Yeah.
just taking it far.
Person
Please
hat.
stop.
cantaloupes,
Put it down.
or Eichenbergs.
Whoa!
I can burn
Got a
this
nice-
a boob.
Pair of Eichenbergs on it.
That is damage is done. Robbie, thanks for coming in, man.
Damage is
Go
done.
subscribe now to Robbie's YouTube. Robbie walks to Key West. Robbie is going to start walking on Thursday
night.
at he's walking to midnight. This is the QR code for our viewers on Twitch and YouTube. You guys download that link so you guys can donate to the South Florida Charter School for Autism that Robbie is raising money for. And he's doing this to benefit that. His family's very close, near and dear to our heart. Robbie's family to us. So if you guys could do that and subscribe to his YouTube. Robbie, got anything else you want to say before
Yeah.
you get out of here, dude?
Yeah, make sure when I get to Key West, no matter how much media is there at Key West, I got to make sure I talk to Tobin and Leroy. I don't know how the connection is going to be at the southernmost. I don't know what the Wi-Fi is from that thimble, but I got to make sure I talk to you guys on the other side.
Well, of course, dude. Well, I mean, we'll be live at Buckets and Bets, and we will link you
Oh,
in.
right before
We
March
will link you
Madness.
in. We'll be right near the action. We will take a break, a couple more hours to get to, including Panthers. They introduced Brad Marchand yesterday. We'll get more back into the Heat. The Dolphins, we'll see what moves they make. Joey Bosa on the table. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Get to a little road to repeat here, brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out when it's game time. Make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of
your Florida Panthers.
Leroy's hobnobbing. I don't know where he is.
You see?
Knobbing on the hob.
See, it wasn't me.
Hey!
Tried.
You know what?
What do you do?
don't
You
wanna
don't get
do
him?
that.
What is it? Oh my God! You should
Makes
go in the
sense.
hallway and yell.
Yeah.
Yes,
There
do
you
that.
go. It's perfect. He has
I don't wanna
headphones.
do this, but
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's his headphones.
I'm
We'll
gonna
make it over there.
Go do that.
Here we go.
Leroy, the segment has started. Quit hobnobbing.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
segment has started.
He's double fisted.
Please stop hobnobbing. Bring your Celsius, fly a vibe. Here's the
Yes.
road to repeat. Oh, is that a card vibe?
Yeah.
That's for me?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Always forgiven. Sorry. He's a good boy.
Oh, so that's all I needed.
You know what's great?
Wait.
Wait,
Why-
how much
why you get-
caffeine? How much caffeine have you inhaled?
How? My
Hmm.
question
You have
is
2 cups of
why-
coffee and a Celsius.
what? No, I don't. I'm not drinking. My question is, why are you upset that he didn't bring the heat?
Because you guys always bring me the heat.
The Heat?
That's because as long as you've been on this show, you've come in
You
at
know,
10:15.
What are you, Glenn Fry?
Not true.
going on
Okay.
here?
He was on.
Bring the heat.
Lately.
All right. Brad Marchand introduced
Yeah.
yesterday at Catland.
Marchy March.
And let's hear what the rat had to say.
Yeah. Well,
That's what they call
okay.
Fix
What?
it.
him. What?
The rat.
Yeah.
That's what they call him for real?
He's
I mean,
a rat.
can I just say this?
Wow.
He makes your nose look like a candy corn.
I know. It's great. It's great for me.
Mm.
I hope we can interview him because I would really like to be. If I could do an interview with him, Nico, and me, I mean, you want to talk about 3 schnozzes.
You guys know something.
That's a
All right. Yeah, good old days.
But of course, one had to wonder
Mm.
after Sam Bennett knocked him out cold last year with a sucker punch. How's he going to feel about being old teammates with the Peaky Blinder himself, Bennett?
What did it make you coming into this situation after everything that happened last year to kind of get to know and play on the line with him in that kind of tournament?
Yeah, still scumbag. No, Benny is great. I really had a great time getting to know him at Four Nations. We get along really, really well. I wasn't surprised that we would get along. As much as you don't want things like that to happen to you, I've been on the other side of that, and I know that things like that happen because you're competing and you just play the game hard and play the right way, and he does. I love being his teammate, playing with him at the Four Nations, and very excited to be here and be his teammate again and try to go on a really good run. He's one of those guys that you absolutely want to play with and not against, and really looking forward to. I'm sure my jaw is really looking forward to playing with him.
Like, I think you could just name the Panthers line when it's Marchand, Kachuk, and Bennett out there, and it should just be, we hate these guys.
Yep.
It's going to be the most despised. It's going to be the most despised trio in all the league.
With that comes great respect, though.
Well, if you win, like if you lose, it's just like Marchand told Matthew Kachuk after the Four Nations, which is like, sometimes you might as well shut up because your mouth gets you in trouble.
Well,
That
here's the
sounds
deal.
like something
That-
someone else said.
I think the Panthers are on a path to go to their 3rd consecutive finals. But sometimes hockey's unlike any other sport, right?
Mhm.
And so I always have that, little nervousness because, like, remember, they won last year, but 2 years ago we thought they were unstoppable, and they were out in the first round. So, was the first round or second round?
Second round.
Second round.
Second round. They lost. They beat the Capitals and then they lost to the
Right.
Lightning.
So that was, terrifying.
Yeah.
So I understand how hockey goes, but I will say this.
Different team though.
I will say this. Good luck scoring on this team.
Good luck. Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck, dude. Good luck. And even if the league is whining because they're like, oh, we're gonna spike Aaron Ekblad's punch.
Look at that.
What?
Wait, put your face down.
Okay.
How much money do you think Dan Jones got?
13 million.
14 million to be back up.
Pretty good. Well, he's not gonna be back up. They're rats off a ship on Richardson. That's all the reports said this offseason.
What?
No, I'm serious.
Would you so rats off your Daniel Jones?
I think I really think they are. Like it sounds like they're rats off a ship off the guy.
I know the guy can't throw, but he can run, and he has a crazy arm, but just can't throw it accurate.
He should probably I don't know, make him the Wildcat. I don't know.
Yeah,
he's not very good,
but
he beat the Dolphins.
You know who he is? Think about this. I'm gonna mention the name. The same things were said about this guy coming out of college, Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, but he didn't study at all.
And Jamarcus Russell loved that.
Serzerp.
Mm-hmm.
Also not mobile. Oof. The opposite of mobile.
Oh, he was a big boy.
The thing is weird about him is though, even though he's built like a tank, he's not very durable. Like
he gets hurt all the time.
Yeah, that's all he got, unfortunately.
The Dolphins agreed to terms with safety Ifeatu Melifonwu. I think I did it worse this time.
Yeah, you did it worse this time.
You ruined it this time.
But he is now the Dolphins. He signed for $4 million. The Dolphins also signed James Daniels to a 3-year, $24 million deal. He tore his Achilles week 4 last year.
Beating science, though.
Beating science should be ready.
Let's go.
Why does only your guys beat science?
No.
He's a
Bradley
science
Chubb
beater.
didn't beat science.
Really?
Bradley Chubb lost to science.
Well, they had to take a calculate. Was the risk against science? Was it a calculated risk they were willing to take?
I mean, you wouldn't
kind of took a knee against science. I think he was gonna beat science. Then he took a knee against science at the end of the year.
Look, you forfeit against
Chubb.
science, you still lose.
Chubb.
Yeah.
All right, he lost against science. I don't know.
Rest
of our headlines are brought to you by Doral Hyundai. Doral Hyundai, choose one with 1,300 new Hyundai miles in inventory at the Tucson, Sonata, and Palisade.
Hey.
Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai.
Guess who just resigned?
Who? Calais Campbell resigned?
Yeah. Wait, how do you know that though? Oh, because Cap for Life said it.
Cap for Life said it.
He literally capped for life.
No, I don't look at Twitter for information. I look in the chat.
We know.
Woo.
Well, all respect to Cap for Life. I'm just making sure.
No respect to Cap for Life. I have to make sure. Can't trust any of these people on the chat. I don't see Barry Jackson hasn't said it.
If Barry Jackson hasn't said it.
Okay.
Shefty? Nothing. He's got something from 7 minutes ago. And when I look up Calais Campbell's name, nothing. I'm not saying he's wrong, but
if he does resign, though, that will make me excited because we're still hungry.
we are still.
We're still hungry.
We're still hungry.
We're still hungry.
We're still hungry.
That is. Okay. I love this guy's voice.
I do.
We're still hungry.
560, you're on the air. What's your name? Hello?
Yeah, Liz.
You still hungry?
Hello?
Spo?
Oh, this is Spo, what are you doing in the fourth quarter? Hey. No lyrics or nothing? You're gonna get me banned on YouTube? You're not even
crazy.
I thought it was gonna be a remix.
Hey, Smitty.
Oh man, dude, you got to let me ask you guys about this Heat.
Go ahead,
fourth
dude.
quarter thing.
Go ahead, Smitty.
Listen, you have to start going to coaching. All year, the third and fourth quarters, we have been blowing leads. We have not been adjusting to other teams. You got to go to coaching when it gets to that point. I'm sorry. I mean, I love him. I love Spoelstra, but dude, what are you doing out there?
For
How do you
John,
blow
dude.
lead after lead after lead, game after game after game? It's ridiculous.
Mario
and
said-
then
Hey,
please,
Go ahead.
Zach Wilson. I got people, friends calling me all over in Salt Lake City laughing at me already.
Smitty's in Utah. He is in Utah.
Smitty's got the worst basketball.
Mario says I blame Tobin for the Heat. I'm getting a lot of that on the chat today. Thanks a lot to Wade06, who's like, trade Tobin. He wants me traded away. I don't understand. I was accused at one point in the chat of asking the Jimmy Butler question to Pat Riley for views. What? First of all, what? And second of all, I was the one in town saying pay him whatever he wants. Why would I want Jimmy Butler angered by Pat Riley? Makes no sense. Now, I did anger Pat Riley. I didn't mean to anger Pat Riley, but it's not my fault.
Yeah, no, it's your fault. It wasn't your intention.
It wasn't my intention.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that happened, but it's not my fault.
Well, okay.
It's not my fault.
It is your fault.
I'm a good boy. And it's not my fault. It's not my fault.
That's the theme of today.
Hey,
I'm a good boy.
Can I just say this? All of this started with your questions.
No, that's not fair.
Yeah,
First domino.
If you see, I'm being used as a shield for Pat Riley. The real thing that started was Pat Riley didn't want to pay Jimmy Butler. Now everybody wants to throw daggers at me because he told Jimmy Butler to shut up, and Jimmy Butler won't stop winning with the Warriors. I would like it if they could lose one. Could they lose one game with Jimmy Butler? One game. Could they lose one game?
Oh, Jimmy's looking really good out there. Shut up.
Mario says you could have asked him a different question.
Mm-hmm.
You also say your little good boy stuff is getting a little slimier and slimier.
It works when it's Aaron Ekblad and he's handsome, but when it's me, it's slimy. It's like that difference. It's like the meme of difference between flirtation and harassment.
I mean,
did you see, speaking of Jimmy Butler and these winning Warriors, I saw it immediately. Jimmy Butler lining up against the Pistons. It was a big matchup. Tobias Harris in front of him. I'm like, there's no way. What are we gonna do? I'm like, well, come on. And everyone's like, wow, he looks so great.
I genuinely think he's going to kill the Miami Heat in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
like it's going to be bad.
50 point.
At least 35.
Yeah, Steve Kerr's gonna pull,
which might as well be 50 in the regular season for Jimmy
for sure.
Like he's going to kill the Miami Heat. It's like it's and people will lose jobs over it here. Like, you know, like I'm telling you, like Pat Riley's gonna be so embarrassed. It's not gonna be anybody's fault. He's just gonna lash out.
Yeah.
But Jimmy Butler, like, how do you not feel like he's not gonna come here and drop like every bomb on the Miami Heat, lock up Tyler Herro? Tyler Herro won't score a bucket that game. Like, you know, it's true. He's coming.
It is true.
Like Jimmy Butler's gonna. He's like, he's gonna tell Steve Kerr, "Hey, give me the next 2 games off because I'm coming for that game on Tuesday the 25th. It's on." And what's he going to say? No. Look at Steph Curry. Look how happy Steph Curry is.
Yeah. Well,
so stupid.
Revitalized him.
You ever feel bad for Seth Curry? He sat there last night in Charlotte. He's not as good. How come nobody ever feels bad for him or Dell? Oh, Steph, this is so sad. If I was Seth Curry, and I'd be like, Steph is sad. I play for the Hornets. And he didn't have a good teammate. He didn't have an all-time teammate. Oh, sorry, he doesn't have Kevin Durant this year. Oh, so good for Steph that he has you. If I was Seth Curry, I'd hate Steph Curry.
Oh, all right.
I'm a good boy. I'm on the Hornets, and I deserve better things. I'm here with LaMelo.
You know what that sounds like?
What?
An only child.
No, I'd be pissed too. Come on, you got to be angry at this guy. He's got everything he wants.
Hey, Ricardo.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How are you?
It's afternoon.
Doing well, guys. How y'all feeling?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Hanging in there, I see.
Agreed.
So I'm Ricardo from the chat.
Yep.
You know, I just got to back my fellow chatters out there. Tobin, we need to trade you for a box of beef empanadas, my man.
Wow! This is ridiculous. What did I do?
Spicy beef, please.
Tobin, I need you to take some accountability in the fact that you asked a question that ended up stirring the pot so bad that Pat Riley had to use an asterisk for one.
Oh.
And then you had to ask Jimmy about that. And then he stirred that pot on its own.
Yeah.
And then Leroy.
Whoa.
So I got to make this quick because, you know, I don't want to take too much time here. Leroy, you really think this Heat team is better now without a disgruntled Jimmy Butler? Or you think we would have been better with him sitting on the bench with a pouty face?
I think with or without Jimmy, the team has been doing the same crap all year.
Well, they're all-time bad now. They haven't been this low in a long time.
I was gonna do a parody of "How low can you go? How low can you go?" And then I got depressed.
It is depressing.
It's depressing.
And Spo's talking about tents and forges.
Oh, shut up, Spo. How about that?
Take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. 560 WQAM. Tobin and Leroy here with you as we take you up until 2 here on the program. Let's get to a little 15 minutes of heat here for you, brought to us by our friends over at Hollywood Kia. At Hollywood Kia, the #1 Kia dealer in all of Florida. Get the star treatment. We want to see you in a Hollywood Kia. Visit them online at hollywoodkia.com. Your final score last night, the Miami Heat lose, oh my God, to the Charlotte Hornets, as it is just man, not great for my not great
Putrid, dude.
It's putrid. It is putrid. It is a putrid time right now. And they lose yesterday 105-102. They had 2 looks to tie it at the end of regulation. Bam had a 3. He airballed it,
dude.
He airballed it.
I love Bam. Great. He's great turnarounds and starting slow, but jeez.
He airballed it, and then Tyler clanked it at the
my,
end.
Of course.
And I'm sitting here and I'm watching Miles Bridges look like Steph Curry. Step back, bang!
Miles, best game of the season for him. I'm positive.
He's been on a tear. He's been on a tear for them. But my God, it really has been. It has been bad. It has been bad, dude. Really, just one of those things where I don't know, man. I don't know what to do with it. I'm in a bad spot. And then yesterday, you had Bam and Tyler afterwards going to the old faithful, and they were like, and they just got this speech in the locker room. By the way, fix your camera, Leroy. You just got this speech in the locker room because Tyler and Bam both used the same spoism after the game, and I'm just like, oh, all right, dude.
Yeah, it's a tough loss. Just got to find a way to get ourselves out of this hole. This isn't fun for anybody. It's a tough time right now. But we're staying with it, and we'll figure it out. We really can't blame anybody but ourselves, and we just got to continue to stay in the fight. Can't let go of the rope.
I don't need your question mark chains making noise as we're trying to figure out.
What are you, a cat?
So, what is this?
You're jingling around the house.
It's not the most assertive thing to have question marks around your neck.
And don't spo me, Tyler.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler.
Oh, this isn't fun for anyone.
Oh, we cannot let go of the rope. No. You're not using reruns on me for your Gen Alpha fans there, Tyler. He's like, Spo. He's like, listen, Spo looked around because Bam used the same thing. And I'm like, what did he say that in the locker room to you guys afterwards? Guys, we can't let go of the rope. That's all you guys do. All you do is let go of the rope.
We are rope. Let her go.
You want to talk about a team that hates rope? It's the Miami Heat. You said I couldn't take you guys jet skiing. I couldn't take you jet skiing. You guys would be face first on some waves. That's how easy you let go of the rope. Couldn't take him wakeboarding.
You couldn't put him in a banana boat.
I think I'm going to give JFig a -1 for that one.
Why? Because you're
-1.
I believe in
You're
equality.
holding on.
I believe in equality.
You've done better.
Okay. Thank you.
Here was Bam.
Hi, Bam. Now the team is too far for the 6th place and too far for the 11th place. So the team is right now like in the middle of nowhere. How is the locker room managing that situation in terms of your motivation, mental?
Next game mentality. We can't just cough up this season. It's next game mentality, and you never know. You win one, and then you don't know how long that streak will last. For us, it's
less than 3, Bam. That's how long it will last.
Not letting go of the rope. Like we don't went through too much this season to let go of the rope now.
Yeah, and ironically though, as soon as all of the drama was settled, like everybody thought, that is the big thing that is hilarious. The Heat came out here and they thought whenever the Jimmy Cloud was done with, right,
that we were going to be better off.
They were going to be better off, and they've been worse. And it's not just a matter of not having Jimmy. It's almost like not having the pressure of all of it. There were times where the Heat got some good wins when all this Jimmy stuff was going on. Some good wins. Tyler Herro was getting spiked on his head by Amen Thompson. The Magic win. Like they had some decent wins. And then like the Jimmy thing happened. It was almost like, no pressure, no bigs, whatever, baby. Like, and you guys are sitting here telling me, we're not going to let go of the rope. You have! You're 6 games under 500. You're 9th in the East by a game. You're not winning 2 play-in games. You trust this game to win 2 games against that foursome? Who's dominated the Heat more than the Hornets, the Hawks, and the Magic? You want to talk about a hodgepodge, or who's the other team? I'm sorry, who's the team that's under them? The Bulls.
The Bulls.
The Bulls, dude. The Bulls, the Hawks, and the Magic. You want to talk about a recipe for disaster? He can't beat those teams twice. Twice? Maybe once if you needed 1 play-in game. Okay.
Wait.
Leroy, you think they could beat them twice?
Let me ask you a question, though. We've been in the same position for the last 3 years.
No, but we haven't, though, dude. Like, you say that. Position, yes. Record, no. There's a difference.
I'm like, here. The record may put you in a different spot every year, but the position has been consistent. So, sometimes the leader in the East, the number 1 seed in the East, wins 54 games. Sometimes they win 60.
It does.
Okay. It doesn't mean that the team that won 60 is a lot better than the team that won 54. It just means that season, the games were
You
different.
got to agree, though, this team is, even if you want to say, hey, this is going to be their 3rd straight play-in, you would agree this is the worst of the play-ins. You would have to.
I mean, every year that they've gone to the play-in, I've thought the same thing.
No, not like this, dude.
Listen.
They're doing jazz-like things.
I didn't, listen, I would say this. I always thought that they should have been better than the play-in, but they always ended up in the play-in. And then they had some success. One year they had a lot of success, right? But
now you would say their cap is a play-in team. You wouldn't say
I
this.
thought that last year.
No, you just said that you thought they were better than a play-in team.
I thought for up till this year, all the years they ended up in the play-in, I thought they were better than that.
Right. This year you
But
don't.
now I'm like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong for thinking that because year after year they end up in the play-in.
But there is a big difference, dude. Like it is. And dude.
So if I take the same attitude that you're bringing and put it on the Dolphins, when you say to me, and I say every team is different, and you say, dude, it's been 20 plus years since they won a playoff game.
Right.
Like, okay. But every team's different. This year's, 8 and 9 may have been different than another 8 and 9.
But the concerns of last year turned out to be valid.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Dade South says, can you feel the tank down in your soul?
Tank down in your soul.
I feel the tank, it's in control.
Feel the tank, Spo lost control.
Can you tank it? I'll tank it. Get me Cooper Flag.
Do you really think you have a chance of getting Cooper Flag?
We always have a chance if we're in the lottery.
What they say? You got a chance to make it to the dance.
-1. You ruined it.
-1.
I'll tell you one cool thing, though. No matter the record, that's a fun thing at the Kaseya Center.
What's that?
Going on a tour.
Oh.
I love a tour. We went on this. It is Goosey's. You get behind-the-scenes look at the Miami Heat. You get to look into secret layers, which are fun.
True.
I didn't even know that they had these things. It's very popular. Leroy did fat shame somebody from Sweden, though.
Yes, true.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. You get a basketball shot on
Hey,
the practice court.
Hey, look at me.
No, you totally did.
Yes, you did.
You told
Who?
The Swedish guy with the too high shorts.
Me.
All right, well, if you want to go on a tour for the Kaseya Center, here's your chance. You're home with a 3-time champion Miami Heat. Step inside the iconic Miami Heat locker room, training facilities, arena suites, lounges, media control room, and much, much more. Visit KaseyaCenter.org/tours to book your guided tour now. Miami Heat are back on the practice court. We'll take a break, mix things up on the other side, huh? Back after this. Yeah. I'm fired up tonight, dude. Panthers back on the ice tonight,
Okay. All right,
taking
that
on
makes
the
sense.
Bruins.
That makes sense.
I just got the goosies. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you?
Yeah, I saw on Instagram. This is a pretty cool picture that we just got. That was just posted on IG.
Right.
You got that, JFig? Can you get that for us to give us a little cat goosies? Look at this, Leroy. Sam Bennett posting on his Instagram. Couple scumbags. Him and Brad Marchand.
Wow.
Man, Marchand tinier than our boy Lambi.
Is he? I
Yeah,
didn't realize he was.
How short is he?
I think he's listed 5'9".
Well, Lombi is also 5'9".
Yep, there you go.
Oh,
there you go. He's good though.
Hmm.
He's good. Looking forward tonight. 7:00 is your puck drop from TD Garden. That's the Cats Airbnb. You guys will get that on 560 WQAM, right? There's not a Canes hoops game tonight.
there is not a Canes hoop game.
Is it over?
They're done.
They're done. No ACC tournament.
They
They're done.
are done. They are out of
Jay
it.
Lucas got introduced yesterday. I saw
Yes,
that.
he did. And you know what? I'm not gonna say too much, but if you listen to the mixed bag, then we got a little Jay Lucas coming.
Really?
Yeah, we do.
Let's mix it on up, dude. We also got a pair of Pantera tickets that JFig is going to give away very soon. So think about what caller you want to give JFig.
It's important.
We'll see. Yeah.
That is important.
What do you got for us today, Frog Boy?
Well, I mentioned that I got some Jay Lucas for you.
Lucas, I am your basketball coach.
Hopefully he heeds the teachings of the great Jim Larinaga. Although I did hear him recently, they haven't had too much of a chance to communicate yet because Larinaga is too busy enjoying his retirement.
Well, the old get to enjoy their retirement.
How dare he do that? Although he did write a book first day he was retired, wrote 5 pages of a book.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Is he doing a regular hit now with Hawk?
I believe he is.
That's sick.
I believe he is. He wants to get back to the University of Miami to begin educating and teaching people things, ironically enough, about NIL and sports business, even though that was the thing that drove him away. Can't blame him, though. You get a junior.
I mean, it drove him away, but also it worked for him. And then there were the Canes were a very interesting lab rat for the new age of college basketball, you know?
Indeed.
Yeah, when your whole starting five is making NIL.
Yeah.
That could go sideways.
It
quick.
could, especially if somebody's a bum. So what do we have here, Marcos?
Let us hear from the new head man himself. A lot of the things that we talk about with the Canes this season was lack of roster talent.
Oof.
What will happen with that roster, Mr. Lucas? Why don't you go ahead and let us
It's
know?
going to be a big overhaul because you just never know. So, you know, my expectation coming in was that I would need to get at least 13 new players just because that's the way it is now. But you never know, like I talked about earlier, with the opportunity of people coming back, it could be a little bit lower. But, you know, my expectation is just hit the ground coming and then find people who fit what I talked about. That's a big key for me. Everybody has to be aligned. If you're not aligned, you're not going to be able to win. So I have to make sure I recruit people who's aligned with my vision, but also the vision of the staff.
All right. It sounds like don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you for those players.
Looks like it's going to be.
I think they're giving like $8 million NIL budget or something like that.
So you understand that everybody's talking about, you know, how NIL is going to work and how these things are going to play out.
Mm-hmm.
But the most important aspect of all this that people tend to forget about, what about the guys that were getting NIL that they come in and say, beat it, bozo?
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know what happens.
We forget about that side of it.
I don't know. Not sure, dude. Not really sure. What else you got in the mixed bag, Marcos?
I got a little bit of some Brad Marchand. We heard his true feelings on new teammate and fellow scumbag, according to Sam Bennett's recent post. But we get his initial thoughts on putting on Panthers gear and how weird of a feeling that was.
First time I put my anything Panthers on was last night. I was FaceTiming my kids, and we were about to hang up, and there was a hat on the table. And I was like, before you go, look at this. And I put it on, and it it was a weird feeling. But this is the first time I've been decked out, in the uniform. But it's starting to reality is setting in here, and starting to feel like I'm part of the group. It's been a whirlwind the last few days. So I'm, once you get in here, all the guys are around. You start feeling part of it.
It's kind of Goosey's.
Yeah, it is kind of Goosey's.
My son would definitely like a Panthers logo more than a stupid Bruins logo with that B. I guess the bear logo is kind of cool, but they don't really use that, do they? They only keep with that
I've never
Happy
seen
Gilmore logo.
Yeah, exactly. What is a Bruin?
It's a bear, I think.
Is it?
It's a bear, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a bear. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a bear.
Yeah, because the UCLA
Bruins are bears.
It's a bear.
But nobody's ever called a bear a Bruin. Yeah. It's kind of weird.
This is probably a type of bear.
A brown bear is sometimes referred to as a Bruin.
But who refers to it as that? Like, is it ever
It
like
is from
I've never heard
Middle
that. It's where from where?
It is from Middle English. This name.
Where's Roy Corey? Yeah, Bruin there. Picnic basket.
Renaissance Festival.
Bruin means
They
brown.
say picnic.
Picnic.
Wait, you think even an accent they go picnic?
I'm high as a kite, Yogi.
Pete South. I always love when he comes in with his definitions. A bear, especially in children's fables.
Ah,
Too, yeah.
nice. Yeah, I did see.
We have the. Was it California is a bear? There, no.
UCLA is definitely
UCLA is a bear.
I don't. But like
Cal Bears, right?
I guess it's like the Bengals, right? Like nobody refers to tigers as Bengals. It's a Bengal tiger.
The Cal Bears, right?
Yeah, Cal Golden Bears.
Golden Bears.
Yeah.
Wait. You're wrong.
Whoa.
LSU. Bengal Tigers.
No, who calls them the Bengal Tigers, though?
No one says that.
They have a Bengal tiger, though.
No, I know they have a Bengal tiger, but nobody refers to a tiger as just a Bengal. Like the Cincinnati Bengals is weird. Why are they not just the Cincinnati Tigers?
Because Bengal sounds better.
Does it?
It does.
Does it?
Yes.
I think so.
Tigers is cooler.
Really?
Detroit Tigers, LSU Tigers, go Tiger.
I mean,
Go Tiger.
it could have been the Miami Sharks.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
Right,
That is
exactly.
Cool. That was Miami Sharks, though. You know?
Yeah, Jimmy Fox.
Jimmy Fox.
Willie Beeman.
Mobile.
He's steaming.
Lawrence Taylor was on that team. Cameron Diaz.
Cat. Jim Brown was the coach.
Pretty good.
You ever talk to him about that?
Yeah.
Make fun of him.
You made fun of him for that? It was a great line. What do you mean you made fun of him for it? Is that what they fought over on the golf course?
What? No.
Over any given Sunday?
That must be what it was.
No.
You got more screen time than I did.
Okay.
The
Hello, Cool
Chicago
J.
Bears is a bear.
Yeah, that is.
What else you got, Marcos? Give us one more.
Good call. Let's get Bam Adebayo saying some stuff about Spo or something like that. I don't know. I'm depressed.
I mean, we know for sure the three guys gonna be on the court. The other two, I feel like it's just situational. So I mean, it's kind of a battle for Spo more than it is us, because for us, we're trying to make sure we get shots on goal and get a couple stops. But we at some point have to figure out how we can get over this hump.
Awesome.
Great.
Terry Rozier, not at practice today. He's sick.
Okay.
So
What kind of sickness?
I don't know. Doesn't say.
Yeah. He's been very sad recently, I can tell.
What about me?
well, your sadness is your own doing.
It's not my own doing.
Yeah.
I gave you guys the blueprint.
The blueprint.
You guys know what you wanted.
No,
Don't
you
blame
didn't.
me.
You
Like,
gave
box
the stick
yourself
of
into
dynamite. Watch me blow this crap up.
Typical of you.
Take a break.
It's typical.
JFig, what caller number for Pantera?
I want to make Marcos work. So number 7.
Caller 7 right now to 305-567-0560. It's a pair of tickets to Pantera at the I Think Financial Amphitheater. It is a Live Nation show going down in September. If you guys want tickets to Pantera, caller 7 right now to 305-567-0560. Final hour coming on up. Back after this.
Kelly. Back to Kelly.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai. At Doral Hyundai, choose over 1,300 new models in inventory at the Tucson, Sonata, and Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. Miami Dolphins, to catch y'all up, they signed Zach Wilson to be their backup QB, $6 million guaranteed, up to $10 million in incentives. They got themselves a new guard, James Daniels, 3 years, $24 million. He tore his Achilles last year, week 4, but should be good to go.
Should be good to go. Okay.
Tyreek Hill, he tweeted yesterday, Grier playing chess. I like.
What? Shut up. But first of all,
shut up.
I don't hear anything.
Honestly, when I
I don't hear
If
nothing.
that guy came into the facility and slapped Tyreek in the face, he wouldn't know who it was.
No, that's not true, dude. You don't know that he doesn't know who James Daniels is.
He used to be the mouthpiece for the Miami Dolphins, the biggest cheerleader. Yeah, whatever he said, Tua's the best quarterback. We got the best team. We're the fastest in the world. Now, I don't want to hear nothing from him, dude. I don't want to hear nothing from him, dude. Can't even finish a game.
Has he commented on Tua's boat video? Because I feel like that's something right up Tyreek. Because remember, Tyreek said, I want fat Tua back.
Yeah.
He said that. So has he said anything about Tua looking a little thicker than usual? Alvin Kamara defended him.
Did he?
Alvin Kamara came out and said, it's called off season.
I just said, wait a minute.
If only there was a running back in this room that would have said that.
New Orleans based.
Something that somebody would have.
Although Alvin Kamara got a little bit in trouble in the offseason.
What was the first words I text when you sent me that picture?
Remember, what was the first thing? Do you
could
remember?
have said anything.
First thing.
Maybe I deleted it potentially.
Tua.
Oh, yep, there he goes. Looking a little fat. Oh no, it wasn't
I
Leroy.
see
It's not Leroy.
the way this feathered bitch just flew in front of my car at the very last second. Oh no, wait, that's from Jennifer. That's from Jennifer.
What is wrong with you?
Tobin. She wrote that in confidence.
Murderer, dude.
I feel like that deserves a dump button. That was very aggressive.
Yeah.
Very aggressive.
That's aggressive. That's not even second place for today.
What?
With the old hat boy over here.
No, that's illegal. What I said was legal.
Let's see. We got Tyler Herro. Picture on Instagram. He said, keep pushing. I said, how about some defensive drills? I don't think I had the Tua fat pictures in the
Keep
chat.
pushing. That's not what's getting him in trouble. What's getting him in trouble is keep defending. Because the guy who actually defends wasn't on the court. Why? I don't know. Did anybody ask?
Ask what?
Why didn't
Mitchell
Davion
play?
Yeah.
No.
Doesn't it seem like a question that should be asked?
I bet you got asked today at practice. Well, not necessarily. Like,
why? He's your best defender.
Well, Bam's their best defender.
On the perimeter?
I don't know.
I mean, he's a Hall of Famer.
Maybe he got
compared
asked at practice today.
Huh?
I just read from mobile to mobile home.
Pretty good.
Florida Panthers take on the Bruins tonight at 7 o'clock. You can hear that game on 560 WQAM. Garrett Cole, done for the season with the Yankees, getting Tommy John surgery. A lot of buzz that they're going to make a big splash for Sandy. This could be Peter Bendix's moment. I anticipated this call. Give me all your prospects.
Yeah, but here's the problem, right? The problem is that teams that spend a lot of money don't usually have a lot of prospects.
No, it's changed because you spent the game has changed. Like the Dodgers have the #1 farm system.
Really?
Yeah, it sucks.
And they still, because they don't have to use, they can use their money.
Do
They
whatever
don't
they
have
want.
to use any of their.
They pay people in Bitcoin. They just do whatever they want. They backload contracts. They send them off. They defer them to decades. The Dodgers do whatever they want. And yet, I still don't hate them as much as the Mets. I never will.
Yeah. Whatever happened to that translator, huh?
He went to jail.
He went to jail.
He went to jail. He got like, I think 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah, I think he got like 4 years. And I got to tell you though, dude, if the Yankees end up with Jazz Chisholm, Stanton, and Sandy, just find me a garbage pail to throw up in. I mean, like, that used to be the joke, is like the Marlins were the farm system for the Yankees, but like they never really got all the Marlins. You know, like Carl Pavano was the number one. He was like the fourth most beloved Marlin, wasn't Brad Penny. And now if they end up with Jazz and Sandman and Giancarlo,
I wonder how that team would look if we had all those.
One has to wonder.
Like, I'm just curious, and I hate this about sports. At what point are you here? Meaning that you spend all this time looking for a certain player, and when he develops and gets to the point where he is successful, why do we get rid of him for prospects? Because you're hoping to get a prospect that ends up like the guy you traded.
You have the OG pictures, JFig. We were talking earlier about the Marlins protest back in 2013.
Yes, I do.
After the Marlins made all those Blue Jays trades, and these were heroes. The was it 7 of them or 5? I forget. It was 5. It was 5. Marlins fans want a new owner. Marlins stay. Loria, Sampson, and Beinfest leave town. They did get rid of Beinfest.
Betrayed, hurt.
Betrayed, hurt, and let down.
That's my favorite one.
What was the last one say?
Can't tell.
Rat bastards.
$2.99 chicken sandwiches. I think that last one is an advertisement.
Yeah, I can't read
Oh, those
here.
poor guys. I think that made Deadspin. That picture that I took. And then there was another one with Bruce Sherman, and it didn't even go as hot as this one. I think they had 3. Oh man,
Isn't that crazy?
That 10% of the fan base right there.
Yeah, pretty much. The Marlins will be who the Marlins got today? They played a doubleheader yesterday.
Cardinals? That sounds
Probably.
like
Cardinal. It's always either the Cardinals or the Mets or the Astros, whoever's in town. And then the Nationals also play down the road in Palm Beach. I forgot that they moved to Palm Beach. I always think of the Astros there.
Cardinals.
Oh, there you go. Bottom first. Ryan Weathers on the hill today for the Fish.
Oh, watch out. Weather the storm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Great hair.
Does he?
Yep.
Won't be here for long.
I need him to have a great fastball, but that's okay.
Other signings around the league yesterday. Mack Hollins and his stupid TikTok account are on the Patriots, which will definitely make it easier to hate him because I'm not a fan. Justin Fields, 2 years, $40 million with the Jets.
Yep.
That's something, huh? 2 years, huh? $40 million?
That's nothing.
It's not nothing.
Wait.
It's not nothing.
So let me explain this to you. Let's be realistic. So you got a starting quarterback for $6 million more than Daniel Jones got.
That's not nothing. $6 million is a lot of money.
Yeah, but they're bringing him in to start.
All right. I mean, he lost out to Russell Wilson. Everybody thought was washed. It's a lot of money, dude. It's a lot of money for these quarterbacks. I mean, I get that there's no quarterbacks, but it feels like it should be either rookie, $50 million, or minimum. Why are these guys getting so much dough?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was the bidding war for Justin Fields?
Good question.
Sam Darnold signs with the Seahawks, 3 years, $100.5 million.
How about that?
55
How about that
guaranteed.
makeover?
That is a makeover right there.
I think that's what we're hoping happens to Zach Wilson. We're looking at like Baker, Sam, Gino, and we're like,
I mean, I wish him no success, Zach Wilson, really.
Okay.
I don't want him
All
to be
right.
on the field. He's already got his $6 million. I truly wish him no success with the Miami Dolphins.
Yep.
You know, not that I wish ill upon him. I just wish him no success.
Never like when you say that.
But, you understand what I'm saying, JFig. It's like, I don't want to see Zach. If I see Zach Wilson play, I see Zach Wilson play, but I wish him no success. I don't wish it to happen.
who was the last guy? Was that Mike White?
Mike White, I wish no success.
Well, and then he got traded.
Right.
Lost his job.
Right. But it's not that I'm not going to root for him once he gets on the field, but I don't wish for it to happen. So I wish Zach Wilson no success.
Delvin Kane said it best. Darnold was seeing ghosts. Now he sees dollar signs.
Yeah, he does.
Look at that.
Yeah, he does.
Look at that.
Humble Logic says, Chris Grier Logic 101. If you sign a player who's always injured, you always have a built-in excuse to why you lost so many games.
Okay, gotcha.
He might be right. That might be that might be Chris Grier's shell game. He always goes to Steve Ross. He goes, hey, no, we didn't have this guy. This isn't that guy. Didn't he come with a torn Achilles?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, like, in the meetings, do you think Chris Grier was like, do you think I can get this one away with Stephen Ross? He tore his Achilles week 4. What is the line in the middle of the season? Because week 4, that's in the season.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Leroy, can I ask you this? I wanted to ask you this because you're my injury expert. Even though you dismissed
now you
Deadfoot.
say that.
We know that
Deadfoot. Absolutely.
Jalen Phillips,
Yep.
obviously very explosive position, pass rush. He beats science. Is guard?
Yeah, beat science.
No, he beat
science.
science. No, he beat science.
But
That's not a
is guard? Is it less explosive? So he doesn't need as much rehab. Like, is that part of this? Like, why is this not a bigger concern?
No, it's even more concern because he's back on his heels.
Yeah. So like,
he might have to pull. They like their guards to be able to run. Dude, I brought the same thing up. So clearly they think differently than we do.
I guess so. Finally, we get to some cat talk here, which is brought to us by our friends over at Hollywood Kia. At Hollywood Kia, the #1 Kia dealer in all of Florida. Get the star treatment we want to see in a Hollywood Kia. Visit them online at hollywoodkia.com. Panthers back on the ice tonight against the Bruins at 7 o'clock. You can hear that game at 5-6 WQM. Aaron Ekblad was suspended for PEDs, 20 games without pay. Fortunately, the Panthers can't use that.
That is what, a quarter of the season.
Yeah.
There's what, like 16 more games? If I'm not
And
mistaken.
4 playoff. Is he?
It's
I
like
wonder.
a
Yeah, I don't know
series.
that. I don't know
Is
that.
it regular season or is he?
That's a good question. I don't know that.
Don't even, Leroy. You know how
No,
he
that's a
gets.
fair question. I don't know.
You know how he gets, Leroy.
I don't know if he's
But
allowed.
I'm saying, is
I
it
don't know.
regular season or games total?
I don't know.
Because guess what? You want to hear a caveat to this? So if it's 16 regular season games and 6 playoff games, in actuality, your suspension in the playoff games won't cost you nearly as much.
Suspensions count towards playoff games in hockey.
Okay.
So
But-
he'll be allowed.
so
he'll
he's
be-
actually.
There's 18 games left, so
Hey.
he could come back game 3.
I'm going to say this. Hear me out.
Okay.
He's actually saving money
What?
Huh?
because you don't make as much in the playoffs.
Oh.
So having 2 or 3 games of playoff money.
Yeah, but you want to know what? I'll tell you one thing that he's not going to be thrilled about.
What?
He's up for free agency. So like, I think he's going to be like, they're going to think I'm a dirty cheat,
Dirty juicer.
a dirty juicer.
Oh, maybe that'll give us a
Maybe a hometown discount.
That's what I'm saying.
Coming back.
All right, Chris Grier.
You think Zito spiked them?
Look, you guys up in here like Chris Grier. Maybe we can get a deal.
So you think Bill Zito? He went to Gold's Gym and he's like, he told Ronnie the bodybuilder, he goes, hey, Eki over there doing the Pilates. Wink. Well, tell him about this recovery
Hey,
drug.
by
And
the
all
way,
of a sudden,
hey,
What?
by the way, you don't work out at Gold's Gym during the season.
Oh, okay.
nah, you don't know. I mean,
Yes, I do.
This isn't happening at the facility.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a Gold's Gym around for years.
Hmm.
There's no more Gold's Gym.
I think there is actually.
I'm still paying my subscription.
By
so.
me.
It don't count.
Why not?
It's a whole
It's in
different part of
Cuba.
it. It's true.
They might still have international Gold's Gyms in America.
I mean, he's a champion.
North of 595. We don't have it.
And he was having a good year. That's the thing. He was having a good contract year. Now maybe we know why.
Understandable. You got to do what you got to do in contract years. No more Gold's Gym.
You know who that happened with was D. Gordon once he got that contract.
D. Gordon.
He got popped.
Yeah, but what's the point if you're going to get suspended and not even get on any of that money?
Well, the point is to not get caught, and then you have a monster season. Then you get that bag.
Which happened to him. He got the bag.
But he got he got the bag. D. Gordon got the bag and then popped.
Yeah, there you go, though. Got the bag already.
Ekblad, he popped before the bag.
That's the thing. You can't pop before the bag.
Now, if he still wins the cup, you get the bag. I think. Because he's going to be an important piece.
That's true. Yeah.
But he's still a dirty cheat, according to these, which I don't believe it. There's some kind of conspiracy here because he's a good boy and he wouldn't do this. Even though he's admitted to doing it.
Yeah.
I know he's on the record saying this was a mistake. I did this and I apologize. But I believe it's
yeah. Well, listen.
Shenanigans.
However you go in and apologize, taking responsibility for it, that means you did it.
Nah.
Only good boys take responsibility.
Okay.
Not enough accountability these days. Aaron Ekblad is a good boy.
Wait a minute. You're talking about accountability?
Aaron Ekblad, he made a mistake. He said he made a mistake. Let's rescind this suspension. He doesn't deserve it. Very handsome, great beard. Philip Brooks gets to go bleep himself.
All you need to say now is Carter Verhaeghe.
Ice hockey.
That's great. It's absolutely great.
Carter Verhaeghe.
Take a break. Shenanigans on the other side. Back after this.
So we have a situation.
What's that?
Okay.
Here's what happened.
All right.
Here's what happened.
Yeah. Let's hear your side of it.
So
I'm the victim.
So Marcos was in the room and he started doing this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, it was more like this.
Look.
Look.
Okay,
like so he was doing like a little. He was doing like a little shimmy with his arms flowing.
Right.
Yeah.
And I said, "You look like a windsock with water in it." And they go, "That's not fat shaming.
No,
a windsock.
Because
a windsock.
He said something
What-
after.
No, I didn't. I
What
said
did
a
he say?
windsock.
What did he say? What do you claim that he said?
No.
Because I'm saying right now that's a foul
I said
tip.
it looks like a windsock with water in it, and he go, "Oh no!" I'm like, "No, a windsock is skinny."
With water in it, and
Yes.
it's making motion.
I
A water
said
bed?
that. With
No.
water,
Let's
no,
start-
like he was moving like.
Your Honor, I'd like to speak, please. Please, if I can.
Please approach the bench.
This is how it began.
Marcos was crying. I had to help him.
I was doing my little dancey dance. And it started with the defendant saying, "Please don't do that in public ever again."
Wow.
Right?
Did
So
you
this is where
say
we're starting,
that?
we're starting with this.
I did.
Why did you? Why did you say that?
Started with that.
Because I said my next part.
Then he says, "You look like a windsock filled with water, fat ass."
Wow! No, I did not.
Hey, can you open up the phones here for a second?
No, I did not.
Totally do that for you.
No, I did not.
Hold on. I gotta
I
make.
did not say that.
I gotta make a call here. I gotta make a call
I
here.
did
Ready?
not say that.
Come on, please. Perfect. Sure, you get all that in there.
Hello, hell?
Yeah, it's hello. Okay, making a call.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the devil. He said what? All right, let me call my mortal enemy. Yeah, hello, God. Yeah, he broke Lent again. You know who. You know who. The God's like things that not again. Leroy.
Hey,
Leroy.
I did. In fairness to me, I didn't say that last part.
Yeah, you maybe I
did.
All right.
that last
laughing
But
afterwards.
Leroy,
too.
Because I was trying to picture
you
a
came
big
in with
windsock
filled
with water.
why a big windsock?
Why a big one?
Why a big
Because they're
windsock?
tall. They're in front of a car.
Okay.
They're usually what 12, 15 feet high.
Never called Chet Holmgren a windsock.
Yes,
with
I have.
with water in it.
No, because
You've
it's
just
not.
called him a windsock. The
just
water
called him a
connotes that.
Yeah.
Your movements.
The water.
Do-
It says it's a body.
Wait a minute.
You
Body.
gave
Hold
it a
on.
body after that.
Hold on. The whole point of calling somebody a windsock
You gave
is
it a circle.
suggesting
Let me just say something, okay?
what?
We've done 4 shows since Lent has began. You've had 1 infraction, and you've had, at the very least, 3 borderlines. You haven't had a clean show yet.
Wait a minute.
You haven't had a
I
clean
wasn't
show
fat shaming him.
Okay, dude.
I was not.
You had to
No,
leave
wait.
the room because you couldn't stop
No.
laughing. And
Because
then he
You
was,
came
like,
in quite giddy.
crying.
You came in
because
quite giddy.
because here's the deal.
Feelings.
Here's the deal. I said it, and then I was picturing
You are picturing what?
a tall windsock filled with water and how it would move, and that made me laugh.
Is that what made
It had nothing to do with being fat or anything like that.
Let me see the movements that you thought it was making.
Need more hits.
Wait, should I said Conor McGregor?
That would have been better, but you didn't.
Yeah.
No, because the first thing came to mind was a windsock.
I'm glad you didn't say Conor McGregor. You probably would have been like Conor McGriddle, and I would have been upset about it.
See, wait, I have no help from my friends. You like?
We haven't needed help. You've got it there yourself. Just
but
fine.
I wasn't fat shaming, saying he looked like a windsock.
You go fat windsock,
Words.
Pantera
I didn't
bread,
say fat windsock.
CPAP machine,
Oh,
Who did I say the
that's
CPAP
right.
machine?
the
said
member
last
when we were
time
talking
you
about
were
the
here
combine.
Thursday.
You're like, "Dude, he's a CPAP machine.
Yes.
Yep.
That you know what a CPAP machine is for?
Not for the thin.
That's not true.
Okay, dude. Last thin person you knew with a snoring problem.
Less skinny person?
Yeah, that's you heard me.
Oh. No, put your head back up, Leroy.
You are treading lightly, Leroy.
I've thought long and hard about this. I got nothing.
Cue the thunder.
That's just
Leroy.
I wasn't trying. No.
Take a break. Final segment coming on up. Back after this.
The Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now. The Funk Soul Brother. Right about now. The Funk Soul Brother. Check it out.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Who sings this song, Leroy?
Hey, I want to let you guys know we're gonna have
Harold Melvin in the Blue Notes.
We're gonna have the great Tony Fiorentino on with us tomorrow.
Yeah, baby.
He's gonna be talking about the Miami Heat Junior Heat Spring Camp, which is gonna be going on March 24th through the 28th. The camp is available for boys and girls from ages 7 to 17. So go check that out. You guys could look it up now at heat.com/camps. The great Tony Fiorentino will discuss all that with us, what he's got going on. Usually a very cool thing. They usually get a player to come in at some time during the week, and it's a great time. It's a really, really cool event. I've been to a couple of them before just to cover the players. They get really funny questions from the kids. Usually, I think they get like a picture, an autograph, things like that. And then you get to learn some skills. You learn life lessons from the coach. So we'll talk about all that with Tony Fiorentino and of course, all the Heat happenings. Miami Heat, they lose yesterday. 15 minutes of Heat here brought to us by our friends over at Hollywood Kia. At Hollywood Kia, the #1 Kia dealer in all of Florida. Get the star treatment. We want to see you in a Hollywood Kia. Visit them online at hollywoodkia.com. The Heat fall to the Charlotte Hornets. Let me give you another. You want another Spo quote from practice today?
Sure.
Hold on, I lost it.
Probably something along the lines of, "We're right where we need to be."
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, but kind of, dude.
So crazy. Because are we, dude? Because are we? Like, we're running out of time. I understand they're giving this.
We are
positive
running out of
message.
time.
We're totally running out of time.
We are running out of time. There's not, and by the way,
Yeah.
brutal schedule coming up here.
I know.
It ends very soft for the Heat, which, by the way, there are no soft games for the Heat anymore.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait.
We are the soft.
Wait.
Make note, I'm not assuming wins.
Hold on,
I'm just letting
hold
you
on.
know based on opponents.
But how do you know
Mhm.
that everybody's not looking at the Miami
I'd
Heat
imagine they
going,
are. I'd imagine they are.
They
But I'm,
totally are.
I'm telling you, like, the next upcoming games are like Clippers, Celtics, Grizzlies, Knicks, Rockets, Warriors. It ends with like the Sixers, Wizards, Hornets. Yes, the Heat could very much lose those games. We've just seen them lose these games. I'm just letting you know this could get a lot worse, this record, because the Miami Heat are now actually going up against actual teams who could thump them over the head.
not the teams they've been having tickle fights with.
Right. Spo says,
Hold on. Do we need to turn off our mics? Am I gonna cuss?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
this is from Zachary Weinberger from Clutch Points, covering Heat practice today. Boots on the ground.
Zachary
Weinberger. He does a great job. To be fair, he's been doing a great job covering the team this year. Quote, "There's nothing wrong with a little bit of stress in our lives. There's beauty in the grind, beauty in the struggle."
Can we end the show right here?
You know what, dude?
Mm-mm.
-1 to Spo.
Yeah, that's a
-1 Spo. I'm sorry. I hate to do it, Spo. I hate to do it,
That's
dude.
Then
I
give
hate
him
to.
another
-1.
Give him another one.
-1.
It's -2.
Give him 2 more.
For lying? What are we hitting him with? For show
-1.
poniness?
Show pony. You know what? We have to. Mike Biomonte's gonna have to record this for Spo. He's not gonna like this very much.
-1.
What about for fraudulence?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good, right?
Fraud. For deception.
That, I think, is the one right
That's
there.
the one
That's
right
the one right there.
there.
For deception.
That's the
-1 for deception, Spo.
Yeah, that's real.
-1.
Also for lying, because I don't think
For
he was
deception.
better.
For lying.
Quote.
JFig's a birder.
Oh, sorry. That last one snuck out.
Feathered B word.
Oh, now you want to censor yourself, Tobin.
I mean, I'll say what you said.
Well, you know, I think we pushed the line today.
We have. We've got a little too strong.
You started it.
Woo!
Quote, "There's nothing wrong with a little bit of stress in our lives. There's beauty in the grind, beauty in the struggle." Don't they say stress is the #1 killer of people, though?
Yeah.
Like,
That's
I don't
the
think that
silent
you're
killer.
supposed to have stress. I mean, I understand it's a stressful job. You all are on the public scope and everything's, but I got to be honest with you, Spo. I don't think it's been a little bit of stress. And by the way, you've come out here and you've been like, there's beauty on the other side. You've been, all of a sudden, you were like, good things are going to happen. The breakthrough is going to be there. We got to face our demons. And now it's like, stress smesh. I like stress. Stress is good for me.
This is one of those situations where you feel like you got kicked in the junk and you think this hurts like hell, but eventually it's going to get better. And it never gets better.
Does this look like good stress to you?
Dude.
People are ready.
That's a quality helmet.
It is a quality.
Was it?
Oh, dude,
Oh, that's a good
You look
helmet.
like you got that helmet out of a cereal box.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, that helmet's got some weight to it.
Yeah, no, it's
It's not a real helmet.
It's a real helmet.
How much does it weigh?
If I had to like just a little, I'd say
12 pounds.
I was gonna go 8, something like that. It's solid.
It's a real. It's not a real.
Oh, it's a real one, dude.
No, it's
Yep, straight from the tanking brigade. Aye.
That's not.
What?
II is Navy.
Same as you, dude.
No, it's not.
Mhm.
No, it's not.
I think it is.
Navy doesn't wear that.
Why not?
They don't wear that.
You hit your head on a submarine.
Maybe that's their problem.
They don't.
Hit your head on the submarine. Yes, guys, and these helmets are strictly just because sometimes you hit your head on the submarine.
Bade South says Sergeant Dr. Pepper.
Great.
Oh, I'm not. Nope.
Boy, it wasn't your joke. Don't worry.
I know, but still, you guys still. Marcos had to throw cheese on the story.
Careful.
I'm telling
The
you,
whole break, he was here just feeling guilty this entire time.
I never said fat ass.
That was great on my end.
But no,
Make
like
sure you clip that. by the
he
way.
sold it. He sold it because he had a dramatic pause.
You're saying he was a fat flopper.
Yes, you must.
Got him again.
Come on, dude. Why can't I just be a normal flopper? Huh?
Let me tell you something. I'm writing notes. As soon as Lent's over with,
Oh.
I'm unleashing
By the way,
everything.
on March 13th,
I thought you were supposed to be a better person. Like you're supposed to change after Lent.
I'm dealing with you guys. You know, I guess not.
he's gonna pull out a journal. On March 13th, that shirt was too tight.
With pictures?
Remember those pants you wore on March 22nd?
Mm-mm.
It's him doing retroactive fat shit.
Kyle Lowry's just going to be insulted at one point. Rockin' says top 4 pick. Top 4 pick.
Like,
Top
you-
4
wait.
pick.
That's right.
So first of all, after the ping pong balls are selected,
Yep.
right?
You okay, Jeffrey?
I'm gonna start the day with the next show. Here's how it goes. Dude, we had all those. See, the league is in cahoots. They wanted so-and-so to have Cooper Flag. Why did he have to get him? Listen, we had all these opportunities.
I think the league owes us. I really do. I do think the league owes us a frozen envelope.
For sure.
We've never had the number 1 pick.
Never.
Okay. The Wizards
Is
are
this the
just.
only franchise that has never?
No,
had
there's been 5. There's been 5.
5 franchises.
5 franchises.
Can I guess?
Sure.
The Lakers.
No, the Lakers have had the number 1 pick.
Hold on. So it's Miami. Has Chicago ever had the number 1 pick?
Yeah, Derrick Rose, dude.
Oh, okay. No, go ahead, tell me.
Here we go. The teams that have never had the number 1 pick: Utah Jazz,
Okay.
OKC.
Okay. Kevin Durant was 2,
He was.
and he was Seattle anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh,
When was John Morant? 3rd or 4th?
John Morant was 2nd.
Second.
Zion was number 1.
Oh, okay.
that's right.
Denver Nuggets.
Because their star was the 2nd round.
During a Taco Bell commercial.
Indiana Pacers.
Wow, really?
Oh,
Melo was 4th or 5th?
what are you talking about?
Carmelo.
Never went to
Carmelo
the Pacers. He
was
a Nugget.
3rd? Because him, LeBron, and D Wade,
No, it went LeBron, Darko, Carmelo,
and then D Wade.
and then Chris Bosh, and then D Wade.
Okay.
Darko.
Wow. Man, think about this.
Darko.
At one point in this team's franchise history, you had 3 of the top 5 picks in the draft.
It was an awesome time.
You're supposed to be good, right?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, awesome. It was fun.
Should have 3 titles.
Should have 3 titles.
JJ
Barea. You respect TJ McConnell. No respect for JJ Barea, though. It just hurts too much.
This hurts too much, dude. That's our show, everybody. Thanks again to Robbie for stopping by. Robbie the Degenerate. Go to Robbie Walks to Key West. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Watch his journey starting on Thursday as he walks to Key West. He is doing this for a great cause for the South Florida Charter Autism
I don't think
School.
he understands how excruciating this is going to be. I said, why don't you start earlier? I got to work. So he's going to work and then walk 155 miles?
I believe in him.
Got to support our boy.
We got the QR code up there. We got it up on our social media pages as well, so you guys can donate to Robbie and his cause, but also go support his YouTube channel so you guys can watch him along the journey as well. We'll check in with him as he's on the journey. And that's our show for today, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you rascals tomorrow.
Hey, by the way, I'm not fat shaming. Dude is portly.
I'm a Pantera fan. I'm a Florida Pantera fan.
Whoa.
No,
almost
you
got
Pantera-
those.
Yes.
You Pantera bread fan.
Panera Bread?
Hold on. Then he says, you look like a windsock filled with water. Fat ass.
Frog Boy, quickly.
Very quickly, guys. Titties.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all.